Steel Toe Morning Show.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. Oof. I'm all by myself again. Sorry. April might come down for like a little bit. I think she's starting to feel a little better. She got some drugs today, and I think the drugs are starting to break up her sinus infection. But I don't want her to do a full show, especially if we do 3 hours tonight. I told her today because she was a no at the beginning of the day. And then that no kind of turned into a maybe later in the day as the medicine started working. But, I mean, who hasn't heard this story where the medicine starts working? Oh, I feel good. I'm going to go do shit. And then you fall apart again. So I just told her that tomorrow morning's show is way more important. Tomorrow's show is way more important than tonight's. So I can do tonight's show. As we saw last night, I can do an evening show by myself. And by the way, no 1.5 hour bullshit tonight. I am doing at least 2.5 hours because I owe you an hour from last night because you hit the goal. And I only did an hour and a half instead of 2 hours. So I owe you until I'm going to do last night's overtime. So we're going to go till 9:30. If we hit tonight's goal, which is 2:25, I'm going till 10. So it's a 3-hour show if we hit the goal tonight, and then it's a 3-hour show tomorrow night if we hit the goal there as well. So we got a pair of 3-hour shows if you guys are generous enough and we knock this thing out. There's all the links in the chat. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. I also promise an April appearance if we hit the goal tonight. So I promise a 3-hour show, and I promise an April appearance if we knock out tonight. I might even do some simulcasting with some of our friends. Last night's show was fucking incredible. Holy shit, was that fun. And I heard we triggered the shit out of that fat Patrick Melton. I heard he was coping like a motherfucker this morning. Now, I get tweets. I can't help it. I read the tweets. And people were saying, dude, like Patrick Melton was obsessed with your show last night. He was pretending it was terrible. And it was like, I mean, he can do that if he wants to. He's just kind of solidifying himself as the official Steel Toe hate channel. I mean, he's just kind of riding my coattails because the fans of this show fucking loved last night. As a matter of fact, a lot of the fans were calling yesterday in general between the morning show and the evening show one of the best days we've had in a long time. And I can't disagree with them. Monday's morning show was fucking hysterical. Far better than anything that fat fuck could ever do. I mean, the reason I can't really get worked up over anything he does is not only because I know what he is. He's a bullied fat kid who's depressed, and he's got to lash out. But also because I've got more broadcasting talent in my pinky than that guy has in his whole 500-pound body. It's just, it's so not even close. Like, even statistically. When you're talking like 300-400 viewers for him at a time on all his platforms, and we're at 800 at a time, like it's double the audience. It's not even close. But apparently he had a hard time dealing with the fact that we had a great show. And I don't understand that. Like, if I hated someone a lot and they had a great show, I would shut the fuck up about it. I would let it go. I certainly wouldn't show people how fucking good it was and then go, he's bad. I wouldn't do that. I'd look like a fucking fat retard. But he has no problem looking like a fat retard, so I guess no qualms. He and I are just different. But we have a great show again tonight. I didn't plan on the crunchy stuff happening last night, so that was not the planned show we had. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. If you like sports, we got sports. If you like Super Tuesday shit, we got Super Tuesday shit. If you like the goofy news stories, we got goofy news stories. You like pop culture, we got pop culture. I've mixed it up real nice for tonight. Like I said, we might have to go for 3 hours if you guys are so kind. So I've got plenty of shit in the offing for you. 225 is our number for tonight. If you'd like to throw in, PayPal doesn't take barely any chunk, like a percent or two. YouTube takes 30, Rumble takes 20. However you guys want to contribute, go bananas. We're on Rumble, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on X. We appreciate it. And anything you guys want to throw in at this lovely little program, man, it's always a big thank you from us. We are a volunteer donation program, and we appreciate everything you have to give us. And we are offering you a 3-hour program tonight if we knock out tonight's goal. So again, thank you very much. Now, MSO says no April, no gold, no bull. Okay, well, here's what I say. We knock it out, April shows up. She'll do an appearance. I don't want her like sitting down doing a lot of time tonight. She's recovering. I want her to be all good. But if we knock out tonight's goal, I'll show you that April's not a hostage. I'll show you that she is indeed recovering from the bubons of the last couple weeks, and we'll all be good. Michael B. says, so she made a road trip to get some meth in Litchfield. How'd you know? SH says, he better be good tonight. I was watching a death fat eat a family platter. I was watching a death fat eat a family platter. Okay. No Pen 15 Fathead says, can we get a Gordy appearance? Bro, you can get a fucking Gordy. Okay, April and Gordy appearance and a 3-hour show if you knock out tonight's goal. Holy shit, am I sweetening the pot. You guys start throwing money at us. Gordy, April, and 3 hours. You got it. Bingo. There you go. If you guys want something, apparently now's the time to ask. QWERTY Pumpkin. I love that name. Says, going through my subscriptions and found this. Been a long time and forgot this channel. What does it cover? Everything. Everything. I'm part libertarian. I'm part fascist. I'm part bleeding heart liberal douchebag. I got it all. You're going to love this program. It was less gay than usual, says Return Trip. Oh, last night was? Good. Good. James says, you could do a morning show by yourself. Thank you. I mean, I have many times before, but I mean, I don't prefer to. I like hanging out with my friends and telling some jokes. Kif Dunnage says, Aaron is built different, right, guys? I mean, I am. Like, if you're talking about internet podcasters, I am. I'm a professional broadcaster. I'm better than these fucking guys. I mean, you can use that as a joke if you want to, but I am. We can talk facts if you'd like to. I can spit those facts at you. Yeah. I'm built different than them. Mr. Q says, yes, agreed. Why can't Gordy Dog co-host? He's better looking than Aaron. Well, nobody's debating that. James says, last night was hilarious. Thank you, James. Kif Dunnage says, let's get Corey Adam on. Corey's tough to get at in the evening and in the morning. But Corey does comedy at night, and Corey is an avid sleeper in the morning. Let's go to Rusty Grammar. He says his name shouldn't even be mentioned around here. He's nothing. I mean, I do him a favor, though, and he thanks me for it. I rescued him, so there's that. I like goofy news, sports geek shit, says Amanda Hug and Kiss. All right. Steve C says, I don't think things are going the way you think. Oh, boy. Oh, let's get to a Steve C cope. Melton seems to be doing much better than you. How when I have twice the audience? Steve C, if you can answer that for me, I love the spin on Melton fans because I get it. They listen to a guy who just lies with impunity, so they probably just lie too. It's not their fault. But when I have twice the audience he does, And he says you seem to be fighting with your wife all the time. I know that's the wishful thinking from Patrick and his crowd, but I am a wonderfully happily married man with a great life. And I know that triggers you guys. I know that upsets you. I don't know what to tell you. If that makes you unhappy, maybe you should look after your own life, Steve, and stop focusing on mine so much. Or you can focus on mine a lot and you can live vicariously through me like Patrick does. That's fine. That's what you don't understand. It doesn't affect me at all. I'm just looking out for you. But if you don't give a shit about yourself, why should I? Kip says, I'd love to see Aaron and Melton co-host a broadcast together for charity. I would, but he's not funny. Like, it's nothing personal. He's just not talented. He's not. Everyone I've ever worked with in broadcasting has more talent in their pinky than he does in his whole body. All he does is lies about people. He's just kind of shitty and gay, giggles to himself, and never says anything funny. It's like a Down syndrome, beaten, slobbish, D-class Red Bar. It's fucking tragic. So, no, Chad's a more talented broadcaster than he is. That's for sure. Somebody talking about my 3rd Street. Thank you, Red Fox Mad. He says, Minnesota Gold from 3rd Street Brewhouse is amazing. It's my favorite beer. It's fantastic. Mr. Q says, April can do whatever April thinks she wants to do. Oh, that's right, because I'm brainwashing her. I forgot. Am I just like some gay piece of shit hack retard who doesn't know what to do? Or am I the mastermind who brain controls the woman? I'm waiting until you guys untangle yourselves from your web that I've made you spin. I'm waiting. Go ahead. Which one is it? Am I the dumb hack retard or am I this master manipulator? I'll wait. It's tragic knowing it's this easy to break down your whole thing, isn't it? Guys, it's a little too easy for me. I'm sorry. But you are funny to me. Is Crunchy Lesbian calling in tonight, says Kane J. T. Gulak says, Melton doubles your numbers in weight, though. That's true. He does have me there. I'm never going to win that battle. I bet you he does double me. Well, I'm under 220 now. He's probably at least 400 pounds. Fuck, he probably does weigh twice as much as I do. And I could beat the shit out of him. One-handed. Fucking coward. Yeah, Crunchy wrote into the show, this morning? And Crunchy said that she has a drinking problem, she's having some trouble, and she's sorry about last night. We asked her to call in, but she didn't want to. I'm not going to push her on that, you know? I didn't push her last night. She decided to call in. Hobo Chili says, you can't even beat your meat, fat boy. What's up, Hobo? Mr. Q says, really do love the show and you guys in chat, but please, on a day without a Milton or Charles or Kevin or someone else that sucks. I can't mention it for 5 seconds and move on? Jesus Christ. Steve C says, where are the 800 people? On the morning show, Steve. Our evening show is a fuck around show. Oh, no, Steve doesn't know how this works. Poor guy. Swing and a miss again, Steve. But hey, you keep trying, buddy. You keep walking into the punch. I'll keep landing it. How's that? Okay, guys, let's get into it. We got a lot of stuff to get to tonight. Potentially a 3-hour show on the way. Oh, my goodness. We have a new VIP. The Loon wants to be a VIP. Hey, Loon, could you do me a favor? Could you write to April? Could one of the mods put April's contact info in the chat so the Loon can write to April and get that information so she can get that ordered for him? You put it in the PayPal like that, I'm going to fuck it up. Send it to April. He says, okay, do a full extra 30 minutes. I'll take my hoodie and shirts in large. Thank you from the Loon. $250 for the Loon. Of course, that's a VIP package. We take $100 off for the VIP. And we'll take the other $150, throw that towards tonight's goal, and there we go. 75 away from tonight. That's it. I'm really sorry, Steve. I know that upsets you that we're knocking it out tonight. I know I was supposed to be dying. I know the show's supposed to be over and it's supposed to be finished. Sorry about that. I really apologize. Oh, man. I let the cope tears flow, I suppose. Well, you know what? We still could miss it. There's only there's $75 left still. So $75 left on tonight's goal. That could end up being an issue. Thank you to the 50 or 60 people over on Rumble. Got about 200 people checking out the show at the moment. I appreciate it. MSO says, thanks, Matt. Loon. Hey, wait a minute. That was not Matt. Michael B says, when this show dies, the chat is going to have to find a new show. I know. It's very tragic. And what are all these people like Steve who are big fans of the show but can't admit it? What are they going to do with all their coping skills? I'm sure they can go somewhere else. They'll find something. People that unhappy tend to find something. All right, let's start with a couple of old people. I love this one. This is out of Mount Bellevue, Texas. A couple of elderly people got locked. Like, have you ever had like the thing where people have stories like how they got locked in a grocery store after it closed, or they got locked in like a Walmart or something like that after closing time? That shit happens, right? I've never heard of anyone getting locked in a hospital overnight, which technically could be a really fun thing. I mean, you think about the drugs and the shit that's available to you and you get locked in the hospital overnight. It could be a lot of fun. But the two people that it happened to in this Texas story didn't really know how to take advantage. Before we get into it, thank you very much to Daniel for the $5 over on PayPal. Appreciate that, buddy. Also, Nick the Milkman with $5 says, here's for a Trump apology speech for how well the show is going. We're doing much better than everyone who hates us. We're doing great. Thank you, Nick the Milkman. $70 away from doing a 3-hour show tonight. Thank you very, very much. Aaron's dream is to get locked in a Wonder Bread factory, says MSO. That hurts my feelings. That hurts my feelings. Ghazi Boy says, I got blocked. How annoying. Why would you be blocked? I love Ghazi Boy. He's a big fan of the show. Coltrane says, sucks to see Cousins go. We'll get to that part. It'll be fine. I think I've already figured out how I'm going to cope with that. I talked to Steve C earlier. He helped me with the coping part. And I think it's going to be okay. Let's go to this one out of Texas first. Off we go. Off and running with tonight's show. Already only $70 away from a 3-hour program. Thank you to the best audience in broadcasting.
Waited so long you wondered if someone forgot you were there. A Mount Bellevue couple says that it happened to them. Oh, yeah. The couple says their local urgent care center locked up and went home, leaving them inside. Then that alarm blaring when they emerged from the patient room.
Oh, because you set the security. So it's not like they just leave you in there and then you get to walk around all night in the urgent care. They set the alarm. You start moving around and shit goes off. Now the cops are going to. Oh, that sucks. Here I thought you could like raid the drugs and play around with like shock paddles and shit. And that could be kind of fun. Oh, now all that happens is the alarm goes off and the cops show up. Gay. See if you can get some oxys or something before they, just fill your pockets before the cops get there. And then when the cops get there, go, no, this is all prescription. I don't know what you're talking about.
ABC 13's Jessica Willey is live with this wild story and why they want to share it. Jessica.
Hey, Eric, the couple can now laugh about what happened. No one was hurt, and police never suspected them of breaking.
Oh, man, you get in a domestic. Imagine this. You're a couple. You get in a domestic over being locked in the urgent care. All the shit you could inject each other with. All the ways you could kill your partner. Oh, boy. That fight could get fun. Especially if there's cameras in there and they could catch it. Record it on surveillance. Give her the old Dexter. Just wrap her up in some plastic on one of those hospital gurneys. Ooh, this could be good. Could probably take some really good drugs and fuck, too. Oh, my God, there's so many possibilities getting locked in an urgent care. How is this not like getting locked in a toy store if you're a little kid?
What bothers them is that they have yet to hear from the urgent care center.
I made an appointment for 6. They said that was the earliest they could see me.
Sick with strep throat and the flu for more.
And mental retardation. He's a brave guy. Look at that brave boy going into the doctor all by himself. Giant tongue and all.
More than a week, Austin Jennings went with his wife to Mont Bellevue Urgent Care.
I didn't even know they let him get married. God, we really are getting progressive. I don't know if that's a good thing or the end of the empire, but good for that guy.
Tuesday evening, the doctor prescribed a breathing treatment. The nurse brought it in and promised to be back when Austin was finished. They said, they heard some goodbyes.
Like, all right, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
He has the weirdest arms to torso to head ratio I've ever seen. Almost like his arms don't belong to him. Like his arms are a little thick. He's got some meat to his arms, but then he's got a tiny little torso and a little tiny turtle head. He's a goofy looking fuck. His wife's cute. I mean, they don't all have to be like smoking hot, amazingly fuckable. She's cute. I like her. But he's got weird arms with a tiny little torso and a little guy head. It's fucked up. I suppose there's no lift you can do that makes your head manageable.
And, I'm thinking, okay, front desk probably just leaving, because obviously we're there.
Yeah, we're there.
The office grew.
Actually, now that I get to look at her, she's really cute. Here's one sign that you're going to get fucked over and locked into your doctor's office. If your doctor's office has peeling lettering on their facade. You probably don't see that at a lot of the elite hospitals in the country. When you go to the Mayo Clinic, I don't think they've got peeling paint when you walk through the front door. That's something you see on like a used video game shop facade. Not something you see on the place where you go, trusting doctors with your infections and cancer and whatnot.
Quiet.
Like really, really quiet.
Really quiet. Really quiet. You could hear a pin drop in there.
The couple remained in their assigned patient room, but as time passed, they became concerned.
I was like, man, what if they forgot about us?
Yeah.
Like, we just kind of been sitting here for a while. And he's like, no, they didn't forget about us. And I was like, I don't know, man. And then he's like, okay, well, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll just go check. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. That's a good idea.
That's great. You walk out into the hallway to take a big runny shit and the alarm goes off. You got to sit there in the bathroom in the dark waiting for the cops to come while you're squeezing one out. Oh, that's great.
Opens the door, and it's just pitch black.
Pitch black, and the alarm just starts going crazy.
The alarm triggered the security company's monitoring center, and the woman on the other end of the speaker was just as baffled.
The alarm lady was like, hey, everything okay? And we're like, all right, no.
The couple called Mont Bellevue police, who confirmed their response.
So we finally escaped the urgent care.
2 hours later.
So they can't even get out. Like, it's not unlocked on the inside. Like, you're fucked either. You gotta wait for somebody to let you out. Here, I thought you could maybe get out from the inside and it was locked from the outside. Nope. They gotta wait no matter what. Oh, they should have gotten some kind of parting gift, like a little Oxy, a little Vicodin, a little something good. Ooh, a little Demerol, right? They still even have that shit. I only know that from Cobb. I'm not very good with drugs. I'm kind of a dork when it comes to drugs. What's the one? Dilaudid? Does that one fuck you up? They can give them that one. Does pharmacies carry any trank, or is that just a fun time drug? I don't know.
Were back in their car.
How do you miss people being in a room?
2 days later, the couple are still perplexed, especially since they haven't heard from the business.
It's unacceptable.
I like her. I like his wife. I do. Well, I bet you'd say that, you fucking swinger. You like everybody's wives. I like what I like. What do you want from me?
This should be made right. If I do so, I'm a business owner. If I do something wrong, it's my job to acknowledge it and make it right.
Attorney Donnelly Smith has stepped in to try to facilitate a refund for the $50 copay, the prescription Austin went for, and an apology.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the attorney is looking for a little more than the copay, the prescription, and an apology. I don't think that a lawyer takes this case and then goes, look, I just want you to say you're sorry. I don't think he puts all the man hours into preparing a case like this and then goes, all we want you guys to do is make this right and say my bad. I'm thinking there might be the terms. What terms do you use for that? emotional distress, being in there by yourself, pain and suffering. They probably had some PTSD, so there were some lost wages. Oh, you might get some of that. Some of that.
We got left inside what do we do?
The couple feel it's not a big ask.
Just something, an acknowledgement of like an apology.
Now, we've all sat in a waiting room and thought we were forgotten as well, Jessica, but what was the urgent care
But enough about single-payer health care.
response after all of this? Any response at all?
Yeah, they did not respond to our request for comment, but we know after we called today, the attorney that's helping the couple, well, he got a call from the clinic's attorney who says they will be refunding them that copay as well as providing Austin his prescription, but the couple's still waiting for that apology.
Oh, you'll get it. I mean, right? You got to get the apology. Why wouldn't they? If they're gonna pay for your stuff. I thought a lawyer was supposed to tell you not to accept that. I always thought that, like, if they offered you your prescription and some other stuff, you were supposed to say no. Because that would be like, oh, no, we're cool, we're good, don't worry. We're no settlements, no nothing. Like, if you take stuff from them, you can't get, like, a little 5-10 grand off the top. Maybe they just have a shitty lawyer. Thank you to Balls Deep for gifting a membership. That's very kind of you. $70 away from tonight's goal. That's right. Only 70 away from doing a 3-hour show tonight. April, I don't think I want another gold tonight. I'm feeling rather heavy. But I will take that Diet Mountain Dew. Look at me. Being all responsible and shit by drinking diet soda. Ugh. April, if you want to bring that down and prove to people you're not dead, that would be good. Oh, yeah. Diabetic Fish Keeper says, based on that sign, I am not going in there. It's probably for the best. By the way, Amanda Hug and Kiss was the one who got the membership from Balls Deep. Where'd all our trolls go? Did we beat them back 25 minutes into the show? We really crippled you fuckers 25 minutes in? You got no heart. God, it's just too easy to beat you guys up. You got no heart, no soul. You're just like your leader. I just mentioned a few facts and you turn to dust. It's like when I offer to fight your leader. Every time I offer to fight him, runs away like a bitch. Just like you guys. I don't know. All right, hold on. Let's make sure she's not dead. Let's show that she's not being held hostage. Just grab that mic right there. April?
My face is bad. Yes?
Your face is bad again? Your face wasn't bad
It's
before.
real bad. It's puffy right now and red.
Did you take the other round of your
I'm about
medicine?
to. I was about to eat my sandwich.
That's what you should do. That should be next, is the
I
medication.
exist. I'm here. I'm fucking sick, I guess. Did you tell him what I had? I missed the beginning.
Sinus infection. Yeah.
Fucking sinus infection from hell, I guess. It's in my ears now, too.
April doesn't know. When April gets sick, she doesn't listen to Steel Toe. So she doesn't know.
I was running to fucking do shit for you.
She doesn't know what we say about her anymore, which is nice because we've said some really awful shit.
I heard some stuff last night that you apparently have done.
Yeah. Well, she apologized for that and said that she drinks too much.
And that's why she slept with you.
Yeah. No. She's saying she never slept with me and that she went off last night because she drinks too much.
Yeah.
No, apparently she fucked me in my apartment in 2017.
Oh, and she claims she started with, I made out with April. I have a video. I have had sex with April now, too. I'm like,
Yeah,
no, I've literally never touched you.
Now she's had sex with you, apparently. No, now she's taken it all back. She said she has a drinking problem, and Hobo wants to fix her, I think.
You should try.
I think Hobo wants to make sure she's
All right.
fixed. All right, well, thank you very much.
Try.
You go.
I really fucking missed the show, guys. I'm sorry.
You
This
go.
is retarded.
You go drain your head. This is the same person who, like an hour ago, was like, "I think I could maybe do this one. I don't know. I think I might be able to do it." I said, "Let's wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a more important show to knock out. Why don't we do that one?" Brett Mack says, "Hey, babe, I got a bottle of Benadryl. Let's get freaky." Yeah, that's what you do when you're in the urgent care. I'm at the point now where, like, I'm totally healthy. And April was like, "Hey, sorry I sound like this and everything else." She's like, she's breathing through her mouth because her sinuses are all fucked. She's like, I don't sound very sexy. I'm like, well, I was going to throw you a jump anyway tonight. I'm a generous lover. I told her, no, I said, no, I was going to make an overture a little later. And she goes, oh, really? I said, yeah. It always feels nice when you've been with them a while and they feel, intrigued at the thought of you propositioning them for sex. It makes you feel good. He has a crop. They're calling him Tony Little in the chat, the guy from the last story. Unfinished clone, chest like a damn bird. Maybe he'll get one of those Crowder surgeries. People are saying nothing urgent about that place. That is a nasty looking urgent care. I want my sign to look like the fingernails of an emo meth addict, says Hobo Chili Recipe. I don't know if I'm going to that place and trusting it with my health. Diabetic Fish Keeper says out of his league for sure. Yeah, that girl was cute, man. He must be a funny guy. Indis Buzz Bizdizdis Buzz says Ryan Garcia seems to be doing well. I didn't think that guy looked like Ryan Garcia at all. But okay. Brett Mack says he has that I lift a kettlebell while my game loads type build. Oh my God, it's exactly like that. You do the kettlebells, Bannerlord stops loading, put it down, get to playing. Hobo Chili Recipe says, did I just see the crossed rifles on the guy's bicep? This guy is infantry. Oh, well then, everybody stop fucking talking shit about him, please. No more talking shit about the infantry guy. He'll fuck you up. You out of your mind? What's wrong with you? Hey, if we do overtime tonight also, I think maybe Frank the Crusader will pay Keanu a visit tonight. That could be fun. Magic 8 Ball says, I bet she has a pineapple tattoo. Well, then send her over to my house. Trucker 18 Wheeler says, I saw Melton make fun of a fat chick this morning. I regret ever listening to him. How the fuck can he make fun of anyone fat? That's hilarious to me. Is that fat, depressed, bullied piggy boy really making fun of fat people? He wipes with an arm helper. Oh my God. Can you say projection? Can that guy project any harder? He's in love with me. He needs me to do his show. So that's the projection there. That's an easy one. But the fat chick one? Oh my God. I would be so embarrassed to be caught doing anything like that on stream. Like being a 450-pound fat fuck and then attacking a fat streamer. If that, everybody can see the projection and how unhappy you are with your own appearance in life, dude. Oh, you are not. What's really hilarious about that guy is he honestly believes he's smart and he honestly believes he's funny. There is not a person on this earth who's ever thought that he was as smart or as funny as he thinks he is. Like, he doesn't understand that he is the joke of his show, and he hasn't picked up on it yet. And when he does, oh, that's going to be fun. But he never will. He's not smart enough. He really is a dumb, unperceptive guy. He really does rag on people's looks and body type, thinking people can't see him. So that's why I've always thought he was comical. Not funny, but like his existence was comical. That's why people are like, oh, doesn't that get to you? Not at all. As Al Pacino said, consider the source. That fat fucking zero. It's hilarious to watch him project like that and think nobody's noticing. I mean, half the people who watch this show are noticing in the morning, but yeah. I guess that's something. Indis Buzz Bizdizdis Buzz says, I got into Ryan's mental breakdown stuff. Ryan Garcia. Oh, that's pretty deep. MSO says, I love Frank the Crusader, but he needs someone to work off of. Yeah, that's why I would do it on Keanu's show and not by myself. Yeah, Spy Pigeon says, Melton is wild. Isn't it wild? Like he doesn't think people see what he is. And he thinks he's like the ringleader when he's the butt of the joke. I do think that's kind of funny. Hobo says Melton is built like sweaty laundry. That might be the most insightful analysis of his appearance. G-Chop, Melton sweats like Mike Tyson at a spelling bee. I'm starting to think Aaron is jealous and secretly loves him. Oh, you know what? Apologize. Right now I want an apology, goddammit. I want an apology. That actually upset me. I'm offended now. We are $70 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. We had a new VIP tonight. which is very cool. If you guys want to throw in a couple of bucks, there's the links in the chat. We're doing a 3-hour program if we knock out tonight's goal, and we're only $70 away. So thank you very much. MSO says, sorry, I missed that. I was in the other room. Look forward to Frank. Well, if we knock out tonight's goal, Frank will maybe do some, what do you call it? Co-streaming? No, what is it? Simulcasting, as it were. All right, let's get going. You guys knock out the rest of that 70. MSO doesn't even really seem upset about it. He seems like he's just ready for a good show tonight. And I picked the wrong fucking night to do a solo 3-hour program, too. April got us some nice deli sandwiches and some chips. And I was going to, as Champ Kind said, have some chicken, maybe some sex. Kind of looking forward to that. Still can, I suppose. I can still do all of those things, but it's getting very late at night. April says, I'm seriously really sorry I'm still sick. It's okay. It's okay. Just remember, breathe through your mouth during sex. I don't need you to die. I just need a nice, tight body. Could you imagine looking like me and having these kind of demands? What the fuck did I do right in some kind of previous medieval existence? What kind of Robert Baratheon hammer-pounding motherfucker was I in a previous life that I get to look like this and I get to go, yeah, honey, I want you to have that baby maker in the air for when I come upstairs. I want to give it its rightful comeuppance. Don't ever think that this is me being arrogant. It is not. It is me 100% recognizing that I am a complete, total, crazy fuck lucky turd. And if you guys were right, holy shit, if your guys' if like the NLO fantasies were true and I was swinging, have you seen the stable of beautiful women I'm apparently fucking according to those rumors? I don't understand where the insult is in that rumor. What are they so far? What's my roster look like so far? April, Keanu, Chrissy Mayer, Lady Rackets. Look at the fucking roster I got, dude. This is disgusting. The spoil of riches that they say I have. I don't. I mean, I have April, which is already lucky enough. I mean, that's fucking incredible. But I don't understand. Somebody help me before we go to our next story. Where is the insult in the swinging thing? Can we let's finally talk about that? Where is the insult in the swinging thing? Because I don't understand. Their insult to me is what is it? It's I'm fucking a lot of hot girls. And I guess the insult is maybe like April's fucking dudes. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to fuck those dudes, but I'm fucking super hot girls. I guess I'm not really understanding where if it were true, I'm not understanding where the insult is. April says I've had at least 15 to 20 of them. Oh, sinus infections. I thought you meant dicks. I was going to say, well, Jesus, we're done. Then the rumors are true. Brett Mack says, April, don't be sorry. Focus on wellness and don't feel bad for going through what all humans do. That's true. Brett Mack says, Aaron was once royalty. I must have been, right? I had to have been royalty. I had to have done something really well. I must have saved so many fucking Jews back in the... Can you say fucking Jews if you're saving them from the Holocaust? Are you allowed to call them fucking Jews? That'd be great. You're hiding them in your attic and you're like, man, I'm saving so many fucking Jews. Because you get caught, you go to the concentration camp too. It's not just the Jews who die. You too. But I must have saved like so many Steens and Bergs and Goldsteins and shit to be able to fucking talk to this woman the way I do. Be like, yeah, I'm going to proposition you for some dickin' later. The fuck is that all about? I should have a fucking rose in my mouth and a new piece of jewelry in my hand every time I want to have sex with that woman. Thank God for women who like funny people and don't really understand their own value. It's what guys like me have lived off of for thousands of years. Spy Pigeon says April being sick and missing the show is damn near a real crime. Feel better, Ape. Brett Mack says Aaron's bloodline goes back to the Burger King. It's not very funny. Michael B says Nikki No, they don't have me fucking Nikki. They don't have me fucking Nick. That's not the rumor. I don't want the swinging rumor to be I'm a gay swing guy. Eaton Clam says Geno. No, that's not the sex that they say I'm. God damn it. The Loon says, I see why these Dabbleverse assholes hate you, huh? I know, right? It's so fucking great. Here's the problem. Those guys take themselves so seriously. We sit around here all day and fuck around. And they're like, no, he has to be gone. I don't like him. Look at the face he made. Look at the face April made. And we're sitting here going, aren't these guys all crazy and retarded? Aren't they big dumb animals, folks? And I think that's why they hate us, because they keep getting all mad and serious at us. And we keep going, we're just going to keep doing a show if that's all right with you. Kyle says sinus infections are not real. Alex Jones said that. Oh, well, then it's true. Helgi says, don't count your eggs before you eat them, Aaron. That's a good point. MSO says, on top of your head, big insult. I don't know. What does that mean? Brett Mack says, I show love like Mexican families. You learn how to speak English? April says, swinging is typically an equal trade-off, or so I've heard. Yeah, right? Like, that's when I hear the swinging rumors, I'm like, they're like, oh, yeah, your wife is fucking Geno. I'm like, I'm fucking Keanu. Like, I don't really see an L in that for me. And then what do? Like, Geno goes back and he fucks Keanu, and I fuck April. And is that how it would work? You guys, you're going to have to show me the part where Geno or me. I mean, I know the part where April and Keanu lose. That part I get. But you're going to have to show me the part where Geno and I lose in that situation. Or Nick and I, or Frank and I. You're going to have to show me. Mr. Q says, Milton is not interested in your swinging thing. Is that why dream about him? I don't know what that means. Hobo says, you didn't read my $1.30 donation? Well, hold on. Let's find it. $1.99 from Hobo Chili. He says, Aaron, you're looking very heavy. Take that, Tubby. That hurts my feelings, bud. I didn't want to say that. Right? I didn't want to read that, because now that hurt my feelings and I don't feel good. James says, I feel like a deli sandwich, but I'm eating chicken tacos. Well, it's too bad. April saying she can't taste her beau dids. That's not good. The Loon says you can say that as long as you're not fucking them while saving them from the Holocaust. Okay, so you can say fucking Jews when you're saving the Jews from the Holocaust. Okay. Man, I know, I'm running late. I'll be there in a little bit. I'm saving a bunch of fucking Jews. Yeah, see, I mean, you're still saving them, right? Aaron is royalty, inbred confirmed. Damn it. Mr. Q says, hey, some of us old lonely men got to pay for a decent clean piece. See, that's what I'm saying. I got lucky. But someone has to tell me still where the insult comes in on this swinging rumor. I don't get it. Again, I get the insult for Keanu and April. A greasy 55-year-old Italian or a schlubby German. I get that part. Oh, man, Aaron's bloodline engineered the sausage maker, says Brett Mack. I'm still waiting. Black Pecker Fact Checker says they hate us because they ain't us. And I don't even think that's it. I think they just take themselves too seriously. Is all. And I think they get mad at me when I just kind of giggle at it. And then they go, cope. And I'm like, you're the one getting angry. I don't understand it. James says your true family is Hitler, but they changed it after everyone left to America for Venezuela. Is that what happened? Shit. Ryan Watson says April is not sick. She's with Crunchy making out. Eaton Clam says soft swing, just bang in the same hot tub. Oh, is that what a soft swing is? Eaton Clams knows. I can go to them for my information on swinging. Is that what it is? So one person bangs in a hot tub, and then you as a couple go bang in the hot tub, and that's like a soft swing? That just sounds like germy fucking. That doesn't really sound very swingerish, but okay. All right. Even though you're saving them, they're kvetching, says Hobo Chili. Yeah, that's the biggest thing is you're like, yeah, what? Yeah, no, I'm saving them. Yeah, no, yes, we'll stop for food. Jesus. Yeah, we're coming. We're on the way. Yeah, they're not going to get caught by the Nazis. No. Yes, we'll make sure the meat is kosher. Jesus Christ, I'll check one. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're just complaining. Yes, we'll get a good price. Anyway, well, I'll be there in a little while. We're trying to save them from the Nazis. I'm hoping it would. Yes, we don't have to tip more than 12%. I understand it's social pressure from Christians. I got it. Yeah. No, sorry. I'm just saving a bunch of fucking Jews. Let's see. Eaton Clam says soft swinging is where you bang in the same room. That doesn't really even seem that bad. Like, I feel like if a buddy of mine and we got shit-faced, we fucked our, like, you just have sex in the same room with your chick. It seems a little college-y, I'll give you that, but, like, that doesn't even seem, like, very taboo or terrible. Maybe I'm just too open-minded. I don't know. April says we'd still have to agree to have sex with y'all. I see no insult in being called a swinger. They fucked. Maybe this is like how the internet gaslights us into being swingers. Maybe that's how it happens. We sit here and you guys say it and it's not true, but then we think about it and we're like, wait a minute. So I fuck a really hot girl. April gets fucked. Then we go home together. We are always fucking. And we're so wait a minute. I get to fuck an incredibly hot woman and my wife can't get mad at me? Do you know how many tens of thousands of dollars I would have saved? You know what? Pushing 100. Do you know what six-figure number I could have saved in my life right now if that was the case? Jesus Christ. Black Pecker Fact Checker says fucking in front of people is hot. Right? Like, I've done that before. Like I said, it's high schooly and collegey, but like fucking a chick and then another couple's fucking or whatever. That's kind of, it's naughty. It's like tawdry and taboo, and it's kind of silly. Yeah, I don't really, maybe there is. Maybe there's like what do you call it? A gaslighting thing going on. I don't know. SH says, it's like when you go to the beach and everyone shares one hotel room. Right, you gotta fuck. You're at the beach and you're getting hammered and everything, but you gotta make sure your friends don't know. Ooh, how about this? Cowpote says, I'll be second mic. Would you guys have Cowpote on tonight for a little bit? That'd be kind of fun. Mr. Q, I'll get to your PayPal thing. Yes, absolutely, sir. Black Pecker Fact Checker, are he and I bonding over this? He says, I used to bone my homie's sister right in front of him. He would be boning his broad at the same time. We would talk about how he boned his stepmom and make my dick limp. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. I don't think you should be talking to each other. You know? I think you can be going about your business. Black Pecker Fact Checker says he really boned his stepmom. Yeah, that's a bridge too far. Fauci's Pangolin says, no swinging unless I set the rules. Well, isn't that what swingers do? Don't swingers like have like set rules and like boundaries and shit, and that's supposed to be a big thing? I guess I better bone up on it if I'm going to be doing it. K-Fallen the Great says you just need to start having threesomes. They are great, especially if your wife loves box too. Well, that's interesting though. Like if your wife loves box and you have threesomes, is that a little cheaty, or is that I guess if she loves box, she wants to fucking do it. Go bananas. Go for it. Cis Trans Am says no dick nuts. It's swapping in the same room. No, I thought he was saying the soft one was where, whatever. Yag says, yes, you got a hot chick, but April gets a black dick. Not so funny now. Hey, wait a minute. I didn't agree to that part in this theoretical thing. Wait a goddamn minute. April says naughty/taboo is fun when done right. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're going to end up fucking doing everything that they say we are. Here we go. Here I am going, wait a minute. You're saying I get some top shelf pussy and my wife can't get mad at me. And it might be in fucking punked. Diabetic Fish Keeper says, who doesn't like a little competition? What's that saying in Rounders? We're not we're not on the same team, but we're not working against each other either. D. Gulag says, I dated a broad who was a swinger. I dumped her when she admitted it. Also, she was Jewish. Wait, which one did you break up with her for admitting it? The Jewish part or the swinging part? Mr. Q says, if you do a steel toe super swinger show instead of a COVID super spreader, it'll be monkeypox. That's true. Mad Joe says, maybe there's Epstein Islands everywhere. What do you want me to do about it? Spy Pigeon says, all porn is stepmom, stepsister shit nowadays. When did it become so popular? I have a theory about that. I have a theory about the stepmom porn being big. I think fucking perverts have always been like into incest porn, but incest porn was super taboo and not okay. So they just started putting step in front of it. And then all those perverts came out of the fucking woodwork and started watching that shit. That's what I think. Because all of us, the whole country didn't just decide one day that we were into step shit. These people came from an already existent pipeline. You're not going to talk me out of that one either. I've thought about that a lot, and I think that's the case. I think it's all incest porn fans who now feel legitimized by putting step in front of things. Brett Mack says, yeah, go out with the bisexual, Aaron, until you find out she wants to wear a strap-on. See, that's exactly it. Mr. Q says, still cheating, and she'll leave you for the women. Fuck, that's a good point. That's a good point. Black Pecker Fact Checker says, if your wife loves clams and she brings the broad home, you get to bone, and it's not cheating. It's a couple setting a slut out. All right. Good point. I'm just trying not to get trapped, brother. You understand. I'm just trying not to get, trapped up. Mad Joe says it's kind of weird because we are made of meat. What the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, Black Pecker Fact Checker says if she was swinging without you, that's just called cheating. Well, yeah, of course. Yes. Where'd we leave off here? Ask Kumia how that works out. Expensive divorce. Yeah, Kumia used to have 3-ways, and then he started fucking the other chick. His wife got mad, and when they got divorced, she brought that shit up in court, and then he's like, all right, we'll settle. That can fuck you over. 383 Novocaine with $5 says the funny thing about couples swinging was when X just sat at the end of the bed because the guy couldn't perform, and I was having fun, good times. Oh, that would sting, wouldn't it? You're sitting there plowing away. The other couple has to sit there and watch. Oh, fuck. Ugh. That's no good. you gotta sit there with the other person while your dick doesn't work going, so what'd you think of the movie? I mean, that was pretty good. you just hear flesh slapping and you hear moaning. You're just like, so do you like the Rocky movies? That wouldn't work for me. You start talking about the Rocky movies and I get hard. I don't know. Hobo Chili says then Aaron is Arby's because the cold cuts are just pouring out of his pores. Black Pecker Fact Checker says just never bone the same broad more than once. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to take that into consideration for my new lifestyle. That is really fucking interesting that, like, the internet came up with that like, the Imholtz are fucking swingers, dude. They're fucking all these people. And if they hadn't made the joke, I wouldn't be sitting here right now going, I wonder how that would work. So I'm getting crazy pussy. And nobody can tell me shit about it. This feels like I'm being punked. This feels like having your cake and eating it too. Thank you very much for the $5. We are $65 away from tonight's goal. If you guys want to chip in and knock that out, we do appreciate it. Matthew and Laundry Room are fighting with each other again. Eaton Clam says, I dated a woman and we ran with some swingers for a summer. Never did full swap, but we vacationed and went to some fun parties. I was shocked at what kind of money these people had. Oh, well, then I guess I can't do it. I guess I'm not allowed then. I gotta have lots of money. Shit. K-Fall in the Great says that was my last 4 years. I guess if you got a shitload of money, maybe you get bored. I don't know. Tyler Russell says it's not the fucking Jews part, it's the Jewish part. Oh, that's the okay. Oh no, that's why the guy broke up with her was the Jewish part, not the swinger part. Now I get it. Matt Joe says, yeah, you're not walking into that room again. Well, thank you guys. You're educating me on things very much. And I do appreciate it. I appreciate April. Where are we at on this now? Are we propositioning our friends? Where's our education level at this point? Matthew Q says, I apologize for the Milton thing. Quick Trip has loaves of bread for $1 on sale, so I hope this buries the hatchet. Much love for the show. Feel better, April. $2 from Matthew Q over on PayPal. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I guess I don't know where I don't know where April sits on this now after all this. Hopefully on my dick, am I right? Matthew Poster says, Laundry Room, you're fighting with me, the co-host from last Monday, you spurg. Stop with the all caps. Hobo Chili says, went to Eyes Wide Shut Tampa a couple times with my wife. It's gotten weird a couple times, but she told me as long as she's there, I'm okay. Wait, like you can fuck as long as she's there? See, this is getting fucked up. Like, this feels like a punking. This feels like I'm being punked. This sounds like a diet where you eat whatever you want. You won't gain any weight. K-Fall in the Great says, this is the best gaslighting episode ever. I know, you guys are gaslighting the fuck out of me right now. April says, I'll try most things once. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Dan Campbell with 1999 says thank you. I say thank you very much. I say thank you very much. $50 away from tonight's goal. Thank you very much, Dan Campbell. All right, April. I guess who are we calling then? I don't know who we call. That's the thing that, though, like, don't they have to like you? That's a fucked up thing for me to ask. I'm sitting here going, wait a minute, so I can just fuck these girls and it's just totally cool. It's fine. Like your wife's okay with it. And I'm sitting here going, wait, hold on. Last hurdle. I'm pretty sure none of these women are attracted to me in any way, shape, or form. What if none of these? Should we just go down the line and call Keanu, Chrissy, Lady Rackets? Just call them all and be like, listen, do you find me in any way fuckable? That's a weird question to just out and ask somebody, especially when you're 60% leaning toward the answer being no. I think Chrissy actually probably puts me at about 80. I like Chrissy. Chrissy likes me. We're friends. But I don't think she sees me that way. Keanu, I friends, tolerates me. I don't think she sees me that way. I don't think Lady Racket sees me at all. I think she's just kind of like, oh, he's over again. Okay. I'll go find something to do. I got 5 kids. I got shit to do. Michael B says, do Lady Rackets first. She hate you. That's what I'm saying. April says, they can come to me. Oh, look at April being all, look at me being an eager beaver going, oh, pussy, where? Just worried I'm upsetting April now. Sitting here talking about how I can get away with fucking bitches. April's probably playing it real cool. Like, she's like, you don't think I don't stare at fucking dicks, you homo? She's like, yeah, well, you're sitting there going, oh, pussy, oh, this and that. April's like, yeah, he doesn't know what I'm thinking. Ghislaine Ayers says, Kiki would absolutely love you, Aaron. I don't know. I feel like it would have to, like, April would almost have to talk him into it. Like, no, I know he looks weird, but he can fuck. Like, April would have to be my agent in a weird way. She'd have to negotiate the deal. She's like, I know, it's a goofy hairline, and, like, he's borderline obnoxious, but, like, he can lay it down. You'll be all right. D. Gulag says eager for Beaver. Wow. Michael B says April's on the pipe again. She loves the glass dick. The glass ones you're supposed to freeze. Did you know that? I learned that. Grinch Girl says, don't call Matt. April can't handle that much pipe laying. I refuse to be on the short end of the stick. Fuck you, you stupid. That's, you know what? That's not nice. Paul R. Nelson says, April wants a dick that works. Well, after this show's over at 10 o'clock, smart ass. Fall in the Great says, it's easy when you have a hot wife because most women are bi-curious. And if you have a hot wife, they'll want to fuck your wife. So they'll fuck you to fuck your wife. Well, then I'd feel used. I'm finding that I have too much of an ego for this. I'm like, no, I want you to make me feel pretty like I'm the only girl in the room. Oh, boy. Well, thank you guys very much. I think we've figured all this shit out. I think we've got it all fleshed out now and we're good. $50 until we knock out tonight's goal. Okay, let's get to the sad part. Let's get to the sad part of tonight's show. Mike Florio from ProFootballTalk.com has, quote, very credible indications that Kirk Cousins may move his family to Atlanta. This is what I've been hearing today. And this is tragic. You know me, giant Kirk Cousins fan. Love the Vikings. I thought Kirk was going to be here for a couple more years while we, broke in our new quarterback. But now the rumors sound like Atlanta's going to romance Kirk Cousins out of here, and he ain't going to be swinging. He's just going to be leaving. So Kirk's going to Atlanta, and that leaves us without a quarterback. And the names I've been hearing rumors that we're talking to Dallas to trade for Trey Lance, which I don't hate because he's on a rookie contract and nobody really ever gave him a chance. He got hurt in San Francisco, didn't get a chance. Obviously, playing behind Dak Prescott in Dallas, he didn't get a shot. But I feel like Trey Lance would be a good quarterback. And at least he's, on year 3 of his 5-year rookie deal? All right, cool. Work him for 2 years on his rookie deal. Maybe we get ourselves a franchise quarterback who's under 25 years old. That would be great. We don't have to use a first-round pick. If he doesn't work out, we use a first-round pick. We get ourselves a quarterback. I'm a little worried, though. I had this plan. Like, if we could grab a Trey Lance or we could grab some quarterback that would actually work, we could draft that UCLA edge rusher and we could re-sign Danielle Hunter, and then we'd have 2 monster pass rushers next year. But it sounds like Danielle Hunter wants to leave, too. Everybody wants to leave Minnesota because what happened was we fucked these guys around. Like, Kirk Cousins, we didn't extend him earlier. And the rumor is he's pissed about that. He didn't think we showed him the proper respect by, extending him and talking to him before this period. And then Danielle Hunter obviously has been pissed at us forever because we wouldn't give him a giant restructured deal. And now you got to wonder, how does Justin Jefferson feel about all this shit? So this is kind of turning into this offseason had a lot of promise for the Vikings, a high draft pick and Cousins maybe coming back, re-signing Jefferson, Hunter, all that shit. Flores coming back for another year as coordinator. Now it just kind of seems like it's falling apart at the fucking seams. So the options that I've seen at quarterback, I'm sorry guys, this is going to be fucking disgusting. Sorry, I had to do that. So the options I've seen at quarterback are trading for Trey Lance, which won't be very expensive. Trading for Justin Fields, which I don't like. He kind of started playing well at the end of the year. He might get, some decent looks. Then you might have to pay him. The one I've seen, and I know I said I didn't want this guy, but apparently Denver cut Russell Wilson, but he's still getting paid by Denver. And if we picked him up, it would only cost us $1.2 million, and Denver has to pay the rest. If that really is the case, if that's how Russell Wilson's deal works, then sign me up for a year of Russell Wilson while we let a rookie quarterback train. That would be great. Trade up, get Jaden Daniels or Drake May. Sign Russell Wilson for $1.2 million for 1 year, and then get ready for the future. I I don't hate this. 383 Novocaine with $5 says, not bragging, but the night before my wedding, I had the bride and maid of honor. No wonder why that marriage didn't last. That lifestyle never works. Well, that shit like that's good to know too, buddy. Thank you. Before I start making, the internet dreams come true here. Wanted to get to one more before we get into the, what's it called? Kirk Cousins stuff here. Somebody wanted in this guy, Chris. Aaron couldn't even make it 30 minutes without desperately fishing for listeners to confirm his manhood. What? You gay, bro? You all right? What the fuck was that all about? Helgi says Joe Flacco. Is he not? He's not under contract for Cleveland? I suppose they just picked him up to the end of the year. Hobo Chili says, breaking news, they already signed him. He just addressed the Atlanta fans saying Minnesota was garbage and he hated it. Shut the fuck up, Hobo. They can't sign him until the 13th. Yag says, why don't we franchise him and draft a quarterback to learn for a year? We can't. We're not allowed to franchise Kirk. I don't know if it's the amount. I think it's the amount of years that he's played here, which is 6. The kind of contracts he's signed or how many times he's been franchised before, whatever it was. But we can't franchise him. Eaton Clam says Spencer Rattler. Is that the South Carolina guy? I hear he's pretty good and he's going to be like a 2nd or 3rd round pick. I don't want to roll the dice, though. I'd like for once in my life, I'd like the Vikings to take like a highly touted rookie quarterback. Like I even like McCarthy or Penix or Nix. But like May, Williams, Daniels. I want one of those 3. Trade up. Let's fucking do that. Minnesota has never drafted like a highly touted quarterback prospect since I've been a fan. We had Christian Ponder was our last attempt, and that was even considered a reach back then. Dante Culpepper was a late 1st-round pick, and even then people thought we were reaching. And he was great. Don't get me wrong. Until he got hurt, he was great. But we've never had like a high 1st-round, balls-out franchise quarterback protege guy. We've never done it in my lifetime. Scarface says Kirk is going to be a dirty bird. He plays with them Falcons. Knows some indicator that pay for them Falcons. Red Fox Mad says get Wilson for the Vikings. I don't hate the idea. I don't, because it's only $1.2 million. It'll cost you absolutely nothing. So if he sucks, he got your rookie quarterback ready, and he didn't cost you very much money. Drew says he's from Marshall, Minnesota, and NDSU. Good fit, if not on a hometown basis. Yeah, Trey Lance is a Minnesota boy. I don't know how much that matters to him, but that would be kind of cool. Mr. Q says Vikings will be dumb and get Justin Fields. I really hope not. I really hope not. Eaton Clam says UCLA edge rusher who retired before and came back. Bad news. Well, find me another edge rusher. I'm not married to him. Dude, let's be real, says Helgi. If Cousins leaves, the entire team implodes. I'm not disagreeing with you. Minnesota's going to sign Jameis Winston. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Mr. Q says your only chance is J.J. McCarthy. Dude, I want McCarthy so bad. I am fully on the J.J. McCarthy train. Drew says pretty sure J.J. said he won't play if Kirk leaves. Well, what he said was he wants to know what the quarterback situation is before he signs his extension. That's all. Scooby Jooby Jew says, I like that he muted his mic, then coughed up his phlegm into the live mic. Oh, shit, I forgot that this one was... God damn it. You got me, Scooby Jooby Jew. I really did fuck that up, didn't I? What an asshole. Oh, man. Where's the... oh, God, where did it go? Where did the chat go? I lost it. Son of a bitch. There we go. Mute both mics next time, stupid. There we go. People forget that QBs used to sit and learn. Justin Fields is 25 and has shown tons of upside. Yeah, but they're talking about him making $200 million when his contract needs to be re-upped. Are you going to bet that all on 1 or 2 good years? That's tough. Aristocock TX says Vikings will surprise everyone when they name the ghost of George Floyd as starting quarterback. Red Fox Mad says the short fix will be worth it in the long run. Hopefully the Vikings take a good quarterback in the draft. I agree. I would love to see that. I would love to see us take a shot at a quarterback. And then maybe, Russell Wilson in the short term for cheap money. Look, man, I'd love to have Kirk back, but it doesn't sound like it's happening. All the rumors are saying he's fucking gone. The only thing that gives me hope is that, like, maybe his agent is putting bullshit out there to panic the Vikings and make them pay too much. Maybe. Some people are saying Gardner Minshew. I don't want Gardner Minshew. No, thank you. I hope the Vikings get the quarterback from Bethune-Cookman. Chet says anything for a dub again. Crack some ankles like the ice skaters do. Annoyed Wawa supervisor says it's cost prohibitive because the contract gets more expensive every time you tag someone. No one has ever been tagged 3 times because the cost is ridiculous. T. Jefferson says you do strike me as a McCarthy kind of guy. Why? Because he's white and boring? Yes, that's why I like him. And I thought he was great in the Ohio State game for Michigan. Hobo Chili Recipe says Kirk Cousins will become the new Hollywood Cole. Stevie J says if this whole segment is fake and Aaron is making up all these names, I would have no idea. That's the fun part. Hey, now you can say this shit to your friends and they'll be like, well, you're not totally retarded when it comes to sports. Right? Chet says one day we will dominate again and rub y'all's faces in it. I wish I were as confident as that guy. Hobo Chili says Minnesota is going to give Ryan Leaf a tryout. Let's see if he can make magic. Just don't talk to me. All right. Justin Jefferson for the 1st and 9th overall from Chicago. Okay, how about this? Trade Justin Jefferson, draft Marvin Harrison Jr., take that 9th, move it up, get Jaden Daniels, take the 11th, draft an edge rusher. Maybe. I don't know. I'm getting really shitty Vikings news, and I'm trying to like process it as we go. But I think we've pretty much run the course on that topic for tonight. We got a lot of Minnesota fans here. We got a lot of football fans in general. It's we've got a week until March 13th, a little over a week. Fuck, that's going to be a nightmare. The Alabama edge rusher will be elite, says Mycroft. Dallas Turner, I think. All right. Okay. Yeah, Stevie J says Aaron is in the bargaining phase. He's really not wrong, though. Like, I kind of am. Where Aaron really wants the Vikings to draft Chop Robinson out of Penn State because his name reminds him of Shake and Bake. Okay, you guys would be surprised to know that I actually have been doing NFL mock draft simulators. I know you wouldn't believe it, right? But I have been. Let's see. So I go to the Vikings. I got the 11th pick and the 42nd pick. I'm just doing 3 rounds. Oh, we only have 2 picks in the first 3 rounds. Of course we do. Ooh, I could trade down to the 14th pick and get the 2nd and then a few 5th-round picks. Let's do that. I like that one. All right. Oh, Drake May came off the board. Son of a bitch. All right, I'll reject those trades. Who do we have for quarterbacks? Oh, and there he is at number 14. J.J. McCarthy. I think so. There we go. J.J. McCarthy is a Minnesota Viking. Oh, is that fun? Oh, bingo. How fun. There's your boy Spencer Rattler from South Carolina, whoever said him. Ooh, do I move down 7 spots, take another 3rd rounder with me? I think so. Oh, look at all those picks I have now in the first 3 rounds. Do I move down another 7 spots and pick up another 3rd round pick? I think I do. Oh, look at all those picks the Vikings have. All right, no more trading picks. Okay, now we got to grab ourselves an edge rusher. No, that's a reach. An inside offensive lineman. No, that's a reach. How about a running back? That's a reach. How about a corner? We're not ready for that yet. An interior defensive lineman. Oh, there we go. Tavondre Sweat from Texas. Sign me the fuck up. Oh, now 3 picks later, we're drafting again. How about a receiver? Roman Wilson from Michigan. Hey, guys, J.J. McCarthy's going to need a Michigan boy to throw to. Looks like the Vikings are taking Roman Wilson. Oh, shit. Look at this franchise we're building. Trader Aaron over here just grabbing picks. All right, our next pick is the 80th. We got the 80th and the 83rd coming up. And then we'll be done with this draft. I'm not trading down again. No, thank you. 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 All right, I need an interior offensive lineman. Christian Haynes from UConn. More like Christian Haynes, yeah. Oh, boy, I think I've loaded this Vikings team up. I think we're ready to go. We got one more pick to make. Guys, fuck off. Let me make my pick. All right. So I got myself a quarterback, a defensive lineman, a wide receiver, an interior offensive lineman. We're loaded up. How about a running back? How about Trey? Wait a minute, guys. Trey Benson out of Florida State or Blake Corum from Michigan. Should we import the Wolverines offense? I think so. There we go. J.J. McCarthy, Roman Wilson, Blake Corum. I'm worried about Blake Corum, though. That sounds like a white running back's name, and I don't like that. That looks like an A-plus draft to me. I got 3 Michigan boys and a Texas defensive lineman. That's pretty fucking good. But I'm worried. Is Blake Corum? We got to look up Blake Corum. Is he white? Nope, he's black. Okay, good. Looks a little mixed race. I don't know. But, oh, they're saying in the scouting report, Blake Corum could be the biggest steal in the draft. Oh, man. I'm ready to be a GM. Hopefully they all turn out to be Johnny Manziel's. No, they won't be. Scarface says, don't you put that evil on T. Benson. When you clap, you jiggle, says Hobo. Toby Gerhart was a white runner, and he was good. He was all right. It all sounds good until the ACL goes out. Well, we're hoping it doesn't, you know. We're hoping it all stays nice and where it is. That's all we're hoping for. All right, boys and girls, we are having ourselves a great time on a solo show tonight, and we're threatening to go 3 hours this evening. If we knock out that goal, we're going until 10 o'clock tonight. If you want to chip in, please do. $45 away from making that a reality, and thank you to all of you for who have been chipping in. And our new VIP, the Loon, for becoming a VIP tonight. That's very, very cool. All right, I've been wanting to get to this story for a while because it is such a stupid little, like, hometown, small-town radio controversy, and as long as I live, I will always like these. I will always just have that little bit of radio guy in me that's just like, ooh, I love little radio controversies. Because in these small towns, radio controversies kind of kick ass because everybody in the small town listens to their local station, like for sports and local high school shit and stuff like that. So in these small towns, you can actually sneak like a controversy in, like, and it's not like, oh, a guy said fag on the air or something. They don't give a shit about that. But it's like, oh yeah, somebody said that Deanne's Country Village shop was bullshit and that they have shitty service, and now Deanne is leading a boycott of the fucking radio station and shit. Like, and it becomes like a big local thing. And I love that stuff. That's my favorite. That shit like that, man. Fuck you and your like CNN controversies and shit like that. Give me a good small town radio controversy and I'm happy. Drew says, you mean like when Steel Toe used to be good? You shut your fucking mouth, young man. I am still, look at me. I'm still rolling. Look at me carrying this shit still to this day. I'll be good at this until I fucking croak. Are you kidding? So a radio station owner has apologized over his indignant response to a player's benching as the local high school basketball team lost Thursday night. Do you see what I mean? This is what passes for like newsworthy internet news stories for small town radio stations. I love this. You don't see, you know, people can say radio is dead all they want, and I've certainly said it. But now that I've been on the internet for years, I realize how much radio's still alive, especially monetarily. Because, like, the internet, there's shit for money. But radio, you still got that old money. And I think about this, and I'm like, little streamers don't get, like, news stories about them. They don't get, like, bringmethenews.com and these, like, journalist sites writing articles about their controversies. They don't, because they're a dime a dozen. But small-town radio stations can still sneak in over some crazy shit they said about a high school basketball game. That should tell you where everything still is, and why the hipsters are just a little in over their out over their skis, a little bit. But a radio station owner has apologized over his indignant response to a player's benching at the local high school basketball game. The 5-20 Crookston High School boys basketball team hosted Bagley High School and lost 66-58. You understand losing 66-58 when you're 5-20 is just like winning? Because you're playing like meaningful basketball in the fourth quarter. Crookston was without their leading scorer and rebound, Junior Hunter Nicholas. And in its initial recap, K-Rock's 105.7 FM said he was prevented from playing in the game for twacking another student in school earlier Thursday. So Crookston High School was just saying, hey, we're not going to have our leading scorer and rebounder tonight. The radio station was saying he was twacking another student. Now, does that mean hitting him in the nuts? What is twacking? Is that where you, like, take a, like, your back, like, is it like sack whacking? Is it like where you take your backhand, you hit him in the balls? Could that be it? I don't know. NoPen 15 Fathead says it's better than getting sodomized by a plunger. Yep, but that's the thing. I don't know that it's not getting sodomized by a plunger. I'm not sure. I'm going to regret doing this, but what is twacking? A slang term, someone visibly under the influence of methamphetamine? Oh, fuck. Wait, so you're saying that the radio station on the air during their coverage of the game was accusing a high school kid of being methed out? That's fucking ballsy. Kind of like this guy. The radio station went on to say that Nicholas was, quote, a victim of severe overreach by the middle school principal, though the copy was subsequently edited. Nicholas is a great kid who is never in trouble for anything other than talking too much. Should there have been some discipline? Absolutely. Should it have been a missed game? Absolutely not, they said. Wow, so like the radio station went into like little commentary there, little spicy commentary. So the whole community, as they were, sitting in their homes and listening to the local basketball game, they could hear the spicy takes about twacking and all kinds of shit. But twacking in this case can't mean doing meth because they said he was twacking another student. What is twacking? Oh, this says tweaking. Twackers. Twacker is the chain gang name for a prisoner who regularly uses synthetic drugs. To strike with great force using the back of the middle finger, usually the nail, after coiling. Oh, so he like flicked a kid in the back of the neck? That's what twacking is? So he took his middle finger and he went, bink. He just flicked the kid. Well, then I agree with the fucking commentator or the radio guys. That is bullshit. That is a shitty punishment. Drew with 1999. Thank you very much, Scott Richard Staska. Good to have you back, buddy. Thanks for the $20. We'll take 15 of that. 30 is the number. We're only 30 away from a 3-hour show. Poop is lube says, no, twacking is hitting someone with one finger. Best way I can explain it. Okay. All right. So he flicked the kid in the back of the neck, and that's why he had to miss a basketball game? Yeah. Then the school is full of a bunch of fucking Fruit Loops. Now, Nicholas is a great kid who's never been in trouble for anything other than talking too much. Should there have been some discipline? Absolutely. Should it have been a missed game? Absolutely not, the radio station said in their coverage. K-Rock's 105.7 FM / 1260 AM owner and operator Chris Fee has since issued an apology for his stance on the benching. Fuck that. Stick to your guns. That's the best kind of local radio, is when you mix it up with the school. Come on, the school wants to put their coaches on your airwaves and feel important anyway. They need you. You don't need them. You can always sit in the bleachers and do play-by-play on your phone, for fuck's sake. It's a little shitty FM station in Crookston. You'll be okay. They need you. You don't need them. Stick to your guns. The little fucker should have been allowed to play basketball, and then maybe Crookston would be 6-19 right now and not 5-20. So what? He flicked some little fucking dork. That's what jocks are supposed to do. Nerds are there to be beaten by bigger, heavier alpha males. That fucking loser needs to learn a lesson. So apparently the owner now has backed down. He says, now that I have calmed down, I want to apologize for using the broadcast and the game story as a way to call out the administration. It wasn't professional and not the place to do it. I have received words of support, and what the heck are you doing? He had to throw that I've had words of support thing in there so that he could go like, hey, people think I'm fucking right on about this shit. He wanted to sneak that in there because I'm sure the school is bitching and they're complaining and they're whining. But he's like, I was right, You shouldn't have fucking benched that kid. We would have won the game. The people asking what the heck are you doing are correct. It was a mistake, and I am sorry for my unprofessional actions. I still don't know why this subject got me so fired up, he said. Well, because you care way too much about a bunch of pubescent boys playing basketball. I mean, is it something you should get checked out? Absolutely. Will you? Probably not. Probably just keep going, ranting and raving about high school basketball until you drop dead and leave your kids your radio station. Probably. I want to apologize to the administration involved. They have a tough job. And to have somebody sitting in the cheap seats questioning their decisions loudly as I did is not one I usually take, and I sincerely regret doing this on Thursday night. Fuck that, dude. What's the point of being like a radio sports guy if you can't run your fucking mouth? Colin Cowherd, Jim Rome, Stephen A. Smith, all those, the Jew, who's the little Jew guy? That guy. No, not Cowherd. I already said him. The Jewish guy, Greenberg, Mike Greenberg. The Mike and Mike guy. Like, what's the point of being those guys if you can't have really weird, shitty opinions that piss people off? I think that's the best when the local radio station, goes to war with the school or goes to war with the city council or the county commissioners. I used to do that shit when I was on in Litchfield, Minnesota. I used to mix it up with those motherfuckers. It was great. It passed the time. You're on a little puddle jumper AM radio station. You got to do something to, stir shit up and get people talking. It wasn't the only indignant language used on the radio station accounts Thursday night, with a since deleted tweet also airing out frustrations with school administration for the loss. The Crookston Pirate boys basketball team was shorthanded thanks to a lack of common sense and a severe overreach by the administration in a loss to the Bagley Flyers, the tweet said. More details of the incident Nicholas was involved in have not been released. The owner then clarified that the blame for the loss isn't due to a missing player, but rather pointing out how the team was shorthanded. Okay. So the owner of the station is backing down after he got a talking to. All right. Okay. People are asking me if I voted today. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Did Minnesota even have their primary? No, Minnesota has a caucus. We don't have a primary. We're not a primary state. We don't, I think we do ours late too. We don't even matter. Nobody gives a shit about Minnesota stuff. Let's go to Drew. Yo soy donato a la PayPalo. I don't speak Spanish. In English, please. By the way, I think we're 30, but yeah, we're $30 away from tonight's goal. And if we knock out tonight's goal, we're also doing 3 hours of show. We're going until 10 tonight. Oh, thank you very much. Drew says, forgot YouTube takes a chunk and then throws $30 in there. Hey, guys, you did it. We've knocked out tonight's goal. We've done the damn thing. Thank you very much, Drew. I appreciate that. You guys want to keep throwing money at us, go ahead. We'll just put it towards tomorrow morning. That's fine. K. Fallen says ours is tonight. Oh, shit. Well, then I'm wrong. And I didn't vote. But don't we do caucuses, though? Like, we do, caucuses are gay. Have you ever done caucus? Have you ever been to a caucus? You, like, sit there and you gather in groups and you're like, this is my guy. And then you talk to everybody about why your guy's your guy. It's like everybody has to be a fucking Avon salesman. It sucks. And then you all like vote as a table and who gets the most caucus votes. And caucuses are, remember I said this, caucuses are gay as fuck. Don't ever let me catch you. Don't ever let me find out you went to a caucus more than once. I'll let you go once just to experience it and see what it's all about. But if you go to a caucus once and you consciously decide to go again, you are the gayest person alive. And I never want to hear from you again. Oh, boy. Yeah, it doesn't seem like April's doing too well with her infection today. That really sucks. That's too bad. I'll take care of her when I get up there. At 10 o'clock, fuck. Then if we hit the goal tomorrow night, we got to do another 3-hour show because we owe you overtime from last night. Okay. And then I got to, you know what I'll probably do? You know what? I'll prep my show with the laptop. I'll take it upstairs, prep the show that way, email it to myself, and I can take care of April and get a show ready for you guys. Perfect. And thank you guys very much for knocking out tonight's goal. That's fucking awesome. I appreciate it so much. Anything you throw in from now on goes towards tomorrow. All right, what's going on in Minnesota? Well, let's find out.
Whatever your business needs, Vistaprint can print it.
I don't want to watch
from tape to thank you cards or merch from teachers.
Biggest day on the presidential primary calendar is here. Thousands of people across the country getting out to vote on Super Tuesday. Minnesota is one of the 16 states where voters are hitting the polls.
You have until 8 p.m. to vote here in Minnesota if you haven't done so already. Sammy Selena has been getting the pulse of voters across the metro today. Hi, Sammy.
Hi, we are at Crystal Community Center, and I checked in with the head judge just 30 minutes ago. They finally reached over 300, I should say, voters casting their ballot, which they did say is a small number. And when we're checking in with the 5 different polling places we visited today, they're all saying the same thing. We didn't expect a lot of people. Not a lot of people came out, which means the people who did come out are passionate.
Oh, fuck that. I love that. They're like, well, we got to put a positive spin on it. No, nobody gives a shit. In Minnesota, I'm sure they all want Trump. Nobody gives a fuck about Nikki Haley unless you're a CIA agent or the Biden administration. Nobody fucking cares about Nikki Haley. Nobody's passionate about her. She makes Jeb Bush look like fucking George Wallace in terms of charisma and passion and their feelings towards black people. I don't know. But, like, nobody gives a shit about Nikki Haley. Nobody's turning out for Nikki Haley.
A slow day at the polls at least means people who do show up are passionate.
Here at Highlands Elementary, I just voted for my favorite candidate.
Linda Tiger.
Ugh, look at these people. Do you see what I mean? Look at the people that fucking show up for this shit. Do you really want to be one of these people? It's like watching the field of 64 round of the NCAA tournament. Like, wake me up when they get to the Sweet 16, then I'll pay attention.
Lives in Edina and says she always shows up when it's time to vote, primary or not.
I think we need to revert to honesty, telling truths, not covering up the facts. And
what the fuck does that even mean, you cliche slinging bucket of shit? God, I hate that. Everyone thinks that, like, agreeing with them means facts. Agreeing with them means the truth. Do you know what it means if you agree with me? You're a crazy piece of shit, too, who has a bunch of ideas that probably would never work and result in a lot of people dying. People did what I wanted to do. There'd probably be a lot of bodies that I never intended to exist. Hey, Aaron, what happened? Like, dude, like 47,000 homeless people fucking died today. It was crazy. Why? We went to burn down their fucking encampments and none of them woke up. I thought for sure they would scurry like rodents, but they just fucking sat there in a drug stupor and died. I fucking barbecued a shitload of people today. They want me at the Hague on war crimes charges. Crimes against humanity. They treat me like Slobodan Milosevic over here. I just wanted to clean up the streets so that we could have freedom. I was just going to round them up and throw them in a big machine and take them to jail. I didn't. And you know what the worst part is? What's that, Aaron? I really don't feel that bad because at least they're gone now. But I still slaughtered 47,000 people. Well, what do you want to do next? Disband the police and just have private security forces? Moving on. I mean, we don't have any homeless vagrants to worry about anymore. Frees up a lot of time. Now all these guys who are really good cops will make more money working in the private sector. But I hate old bitches like this. We're like, we need to get back to facts. You mean you want people to agree with you? Shut the fuck up. None of us know what the facts are. The CIA and FBI have been hiding the facts from us for 75 years. None of us know what the truth is. None of us know if fucking aliens exist. Nobody knows if our presidents have ever been aliens. Nobody knows if fucking nukes are real. I don't know. I just don't believe anything anymore. And I think that's the way to be. I just don't believe in anything. I just want the facts and I want the truth. No, you don't, because the minute they tell you the truth, you're going to find out what a fucking retard you've been. And then you're going to go, he's mean. That's the problem with America. They sit there and they go, I want to be told the truth. Then some guy goes, all right, here's the truth. We're in a shitload of debt and the country's falling apart and it's mostly all your guys' fault, you big, fat, illiterate dipshits. And then we go, nah, he's mean. I don't like him. I want somebody to restore civility. Meaning someone who will suck my asshole dry and tell me how star-spangled awesome I am. I fucking hate this lady so much. I didn't realize how much I was going to hate her. Fuck, solo shows are fun. I didn't realize it, but she's sitting there going, I want to get back to the facts. Like, you know what the fuck you're talking about, you babbling well, never mind. I don't know her sexuality. Fucking Jews. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what my candidate hopefully can do.
Then we headed over to St. John Vianney Church in South St. Paul.
I'm here to make sure my vote was casted.
Cheryl.
They're all the, like, this is where people who watch our show and shit on the fact that we're from Minnesota and talk about the Midwest. This is where all these people kind of have a point. These women are all the same person. They're squinty and ugly and dumb and middle-aged and fat and frumpy and gross. And I was like, I just want somebody who shares my values. Repeal the 19th. There's my values. Who's going to point that one up? April says, trying to do another solo show in the morning? Fuck, I'm seriously so sick right now. Ooh, boy. Am I trying to do a solo show in the morning? No, not really. But, I mean, I could axe around. I could ask Johnny if he could do another one, I guess. Let's see. Johnny K. Can you go tomorrow? Well, shit. April is apparently no bueno at the moment. All right, let's go back to this lady. I'm loving this story.
Verdeja says she is thinking about her 6 grandkids at the polls.
The climate, that's important.
Oh, suck my fucking dick. Ain't thinking about my 6 grandkids and the climate. We could save the climate tomorrow. We're going to have a fucking economic meltdown with our fiscal mismanagement, you fucking idiot. Oh, but at least my kids will have blue skies and green trees. Great. And they'll be fucking chasing rats. Oh, at least mammals will be plentiful because the climate will be back in whack. Good. So they can chase rodents so they can cook them in a fire in a barrel and fucking eat them to feed themselves because the economy went to shit. Or they'll be speaking Chinese and fucking comrades and shit. God, I hate people like this. The climate is important. The climate is fucked. Leave it alone. It's always been fucked. We're coming out of a fucking ice age, cosmically speaking. We've been coming out of an ice age since like the 1700s or some shit. Or no, we thawed out like the Middle Ages. Because they could start growing food in Northern Europe, and then we got out of the Dark Ages and populations went crazy. We're still warming up from that, you fucking douche. No, it's because SUVs have been running. Go fuck yourself. Do you know how many factories we had pumping just black dog shit into the air in the late 1800s to like, I don't know what, like when the Suburban was invented. And nobody was talking about, the climate. We got to want the climate. Now we've got the cleanest burning internal combustion engines we've ever fucking had. And all these fucking dumb fat white ladies believe everything on the news that billionaires tell them so they can make more money hustling their latest wares. Buy this really inefficient vehicle that could set on fire and never get put out unless you bury it in fucking sand, you dumb old grandma cunt. I know it would never be a viable option in the marketplace unless we lied to you and told you the planet was on fire, you gullible twat. I have 6 grandkids and I want to take care of the climate. Fucking women voting is the reason we're $33 trillion in debt, or 36 or whatever the fuck it is. Spend all the money you want, just make sure the planet doesn't start on fire. Oh, okay, well, we'll make sure that happens for you. Fucking dumb twat. God, I hate that. I love solo shows. This is fun.
Our giving freedoms that we have.
We stood outside Dayton's Bluff.
Wait a minute. You want freedom, but you also want to fix climate change. You understand they're going to give you no freedom to pick any kind of light bulb, oven, microwave, fucking car, flooring, nothing. You will eat grub worms and like it, you dumb twat. Oh, wait, no, you won't. You'll be dead. But your 6 grandkids will. Hope you like grubs, kids. Granny voted your fucking future down the toilet.
Creation Center for about 20 minutes around lunchtime. Not a single voter came through those doors. Next up, Hidden River Middle School in St. Paul.
So I'm a graduate student, and then I'm currently student teaching.
So you're fucking worthless. Your opinion is going to be this. Good. Quit interviewing women with their opinions on politics. Could you imagine if I was actually like this all the time? I had somebody tell me that recently. They're like, you are such a nice person in person. Like, you are an enjoyable person to be around. You're likable. And then you're on your show and you're a fucking asshole. And I'm like, I mean, I never thought of it that way, but I mean, yeah, kind of. And then I just get a notification from YouTube that ROTC put a clip up that said suffragettes are ugly. They're reading my mind. God, I'm going to hate this woman's opinion, aren't I? It's going to be something about fucking Trump being gay.
8th grade English.
Hannah White.
I'm thinking, well, what do I owe these students? What kind of world do I want them to be able to live in?
Would you stop doing the shit boomers did forever? Boomers did everything they fucking wanted to. They sold this country down the river, and then they pretended it was for the next generation. Actually, you know what? No. Be more like the boomers. At least they did what they wanted and said, fuck everybody else. That's right. They didn't really give a shit about us. They never cared. And they were our parents, and they didn't give a fuck. At least the boomers had some fucking nerve, you know? At least the boomers had some balls. The generations that have come after the boomers have been so fucking bad that it makes me revert to complimenting the boomers, because at least they're ruthless, evil, selfish bastards. These other generations are like, oh no, I want to give something back to the children. What, grub worms for breakfast? Spare me your help.
Says besides education, she was passionately against medical aid in dying, and that plays a role in who she votes for.
I want to make sure that I'm able to voice my opinion on that.
Last up,
she's against medical aid in dying? What a weird fucking issue to vote on. I don't want them to be able to kill my gam when she has pancreatic cancer. Your grandma's going to be trying to unplug herself when it gets to that point.
Crystal Community Center.
Because I'm an immigrant.
Where we met
Wagwan, I say Jesus was put on the cross, him died, and then he went straight up to heaven. Up like 7, up. Me did vote once more, man. And I voted for a straight Russ called Bumbaclot, man. Hims was up like 7.
Alnette Skinner.
I enjoy the freedom in this country, and I would like to see it remain that way.
She's voting for the candidate.
Oh, so I came in here for a free reading and I brought me tarot cards. I'm a racist. I really am just a fucking racist, aren't I? What a piece of shit.
Who she feels will support people of color.
I believe that they will help.
All right, well, I guess I'm not getting your vote. I've honestly had enough of you. Fucking so noisy. Like I'm trying to chill and watch TV and shit. You guys, my rights. I'm like, oh God damn it. Like we don't talk about that enough in this country. Like loud black people ruin a lush. No, I'm just kidding. You can see how seriously I take Super Tuesday. This is the best political analysis you're going to get on the internet tonight. The cops are shooting us. Stop speeding all the time with drugs in your car. Matt, if Matt's watching the show right now, Matt is going, God, I'm so fucking mad I didn't come in tonight. The cops are always pulling us over and shooting us. So stop going like this. You can't get me. When they say on the ground, that doesn't mean jump around and charge at them like a crazed linebacker on a double A gap blitz, you fucking lunatic. The cops shoot us all the time. Stop being high on PCP and running at people. It's not as fun as you think it is. It looks downright threatening. Sorry. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing tonight.
Our people are a whole lot better. And when I say our people, I mean brown and black people.
Him say the browns and the blacks not getting along. Him say the politicians just been wanting it that way, man. Him say the whites want the browns and the blacks to be at each other's throats. I don't fucking care. Like, honestly, as a white guy, like speaking for all white people, why don't you all guys just go talk amongst yourselves, and then when you're done, you can yell at us about what bigots we are. It's fine. Like, let's just let that be the pattern we all fall into. You guys all get together, talk about how downtrodden you are, while Asians just kick the shit out of you at everything. And then you can go ahead and you can just go, oh yeah, hey, white people, we all got together and we decided something. I'll be like, oh, I'm really fucking excited for this. What'd you figure out? Oh, you guys are holding us back and we're evil. Oh yeah, still. Well. Matt says, stop channeling my racism. I can't help it. Brett Mack says, preach. Hobo Chili Recipe says, that lady looked like Ron Isley. You're contagious. Touch me, baby. Sing the Isley Brothers for me, bitch. Some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Anita will definitely set this party off right. CK Benzona says, at least I'm not a black boomer. These streaming shows would be continuously hurtful. Oh, shit. Ryan Watson says, you still here? Well, Vikings suck. So do you and this shit show. The chat is trash. If you're easily offended, my advice is go spit on Aaron's cock. Biden and Crunchy 2024. Okie dokie. Proho Turbo says she had the same hairline as Aaron. Brett Mack says, why we got to bring cola into this? Ross Dogg's Broken Spirit says, where's his girlfriend Scrunchy? You mean Crunchy. CK Benzona says, haha, Scarface, I'm not doing well, trying to make you whippersnappers feel remorse for kicking old people. Oh, okay. Who is this Eskimo peppermint patty? Says Hobo. Fuck. Oh, MSO just says, Irie. Oh, me voting went Irie. I'm up like 7. Tony Lopez says, I am a boomer, and yes, we used common sense and voted that way. Yes, we voted for our moment. Yeah, but like, did you guys have to aggressively so vote to fuck everyone else's moment? Like, that's my thing about you guys. I don't mind that you guys did what you had to do for you, but there was also an added aggressive go fuck yourself kids to it. Like, you really despised us for our youth. And that's what reverse mortgages are now, too. Is you guys just going, yeah, I hope my kids fucking die. Like, I feel like boomers kind of feel this way. They're like, I hope my fucking kids die before I do. I don't want to miss out on the world and then have them get to see it. I hope my fucking kids get cancer when I'm 80 and I can kick around another 5-6 years. Fucking. I guess I don't like boomers. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, what's going on Super Tuesday? Let's see. Super Tuesday results. What's going on here? Oh, my God. Trump is deep-dicking Nikki Haley like a motherfucker. 326 delegates to 43. People are saying Biden's picking up wins in Super Tuesday contest. Boy, he better fucking hope so. Super Tuesday live. Yeah, that's what I want to see. What's going on? Ooh, ready? They got a map. Anybody who's got a map, I'll go on their site. Let's see who's winning in Idaho. All right, I'm going to guess Trump is winning in Idaho by 30 points. Trump has won, oh my God, 84% to 13%. He's winning by 71 points. Wow. Nevada. Trump, I'm going to guess Trump. Oh, wait, no, this one already happened a while back. Okay. What are the ones from tonight? I want to know tonight's fucking shit. Get out of here. Super Tuesday key races. That's what I want to see. Here we go. Here we go. How's it going? Now I've got a map. So Trump's got 80 delegates tonight to Nikki Haley's 0. Oh, that's going great. 353 delegates to 43. All right, Colorado. Trump won 63 to 34%. Fuck. How bad do you think he kicked Haley's ass in Texas? I'm going to guess 35 points. Oh, my God. 76% to 18. Oh. A 58% drubbing. Oh, these are worse than I thought they would be. Oklahoma. So if it was 53 in Texas, I'm going to say 45 in Oklahoma. Oh, my God. It's 66% in Oklahoma. Holy shit. Arkansas, I'm going to say Trump by 50. Oh, close. Trump by 49% over Haley. Alabama, I'm going to say Trump's up 75%. Oh, it's 72%, 84% to 12. Oh, my God, this is a bloodletting. How is this not a CIA coup that she still has a campaign that can fund itself? Tennessee, I'm going to say it's a 45-point lead for Trump. Nope. 59, 78 to 19. Oh, my God, am I underestimating these? 60-point lead in North Carolina. 52, 75-23. Virginia, 45 again. 28. Nikki Haley got a little bit closer. She still got blown the fuck out, but only by almost 30. 63-35. Massachusetts, I'm going to say Trump by 25. Trump by 27. 62-35. Maine, I'm going to say Trump by 15. Oh, no, Trump by 44 in that one. 71-27. How about Minnesota? Oh, Trump crushing her. 68-30 in Minnesota. Ooh. This is fucking brutal, you guys. If Haley is still sticking in after this, it's obviously a coup to make sure Trump just doesn't have a free run at Biden. It's got to be. Ooh. Nikki is going to pull a win from this giant loss. Yeah, she's going to make a speech about how great they did. Tony Lopez says, yes, we aggressively voted for us only and let you guys grow up and figure it out. After you fucked the economy and the entire banking system and the real estate market and everything else. Yeah, you guys really, you turned everything to shit, made everything super expensive, let inflation run amok, and then went, oh, why don't you millennials pull yourselves up by your bootstraps? Homos. Patrick Bahy says, well, Nikki Haley said she wasn't going to throw in the towel until after Super Tuesday, so announcement tomorrow? Maybe. CK Benzona says she won D.C. steel toe. She's going to win. That's true. She did win D.C. She's the queen of the swamp. Kip Smith says, I'm proud to say I'm a boomer and had no idea it was Super Tuesday until now. Go back to being the drunk racist guy alone at the bar. Me or you? Why don't we both do that? Sounds like fun. Sounds like a good time. Scarface says, come to find out, nobody wants a Nobody wants someone who defecates in the road with a fake Southern accent. There. Oh. April says, trying to do another solo show in the morning? Fuck, I am seriously so sick right now. I'll wake up and determine. Yeah, April might not be doing a show tomorrow. I already wrote to Johnny and asked him if he can go. If he can, we'll give April another day to rest because shit, homeboy. She is fucked up. He says, yeah, I'll tell you the deets. What? Yeah, I'll tell you the deets. Okay. Tell me the deets then, bro. We'll give Johnny everything we go over tomorrow, we'll give to Johnny for jumping in. So if you guys throw in anything tonight, it's going towards tomorrow's goal. So let me get that all set up. We're $350 away from tomorrow's goal. I'll put that up. We'll pin it. Since Johnny's filling in tomorrow, anything that goes over the goal tomorrow goes into Johnny's pocket for him helping us out so much. Hey, guys, great news if you're a big video game fan. You guys like video games? Oh, my God, this one's great. By the way, I am going to try and call into Keanu's show in the last hour. So you don't have to do a 3-hour show of me just ranting at you the entire time. Mr. Q says, I want Johnny for tomorrow, but only if he doesn't cancel his show. I don't think he will. I don't think Johnny's going to cancel his show. Click that PayPal link, throw a bunch of money in there. We'll get Johnny paid tomorrow. That sounds fun. Do you guys like sports video games? I do. I used to play MLB The Show. I got a couple copies of that one. The newest one that's coming out, MLB The Show 2024. You guys are going to love this. They have an all-female player mode. Oh, that is so great because when I think of baseball, I think of women. I'm sorry. I meant when I think of foul ball line drives drilling people in the fucking eyeball because they're on their cell phone and only at the baseball game as a social statement, I think of women. But yes, they're going to put them in MLB The Show. Johnny says he'll have to be there in person. Okay, that sounds good. All right. Any over we do goes to you. There you go. Oh, man, I can hear April coughing upstairs. That fucking sucks, bro. That is nasty. So I don't know. Am I supposed to prep the show down here tonight, or am I supposed to go up with her and prep the show on the laptop? Because she was saying earlier, she's like, no, leave me, let me sleep, this and that. But I don't know. I feel like I should get her something. You know? But sometimes when people aren't feeling good, some people do want to be left alone. And April, it's hard to tell with April sometimes. Like, I took care of her a couple weekends ago when she was really getting sick, and she's kind of been mobile since then, so I haven't really had to take care of her. I mean, I've grabbed her some things, but not really had to dote on her. And April's weird. April's one of those people who sometimes she really doesn't want to be doted on, and she wants to try and fucking get her shit together. But then sometimes she really does need to be doted on, and she's saying she doesn't want to because she's trying to be tough. And sometimes it's hard to tell which one it is at the point. But anyway, back to MLB 24. Scarface says, take her to the zoo, Aaron. Guys, that's not right. You're saying she's retarded. That's not. Helgi is saying MLB 24, not even being progressive, they need a trans mode. That's true. I mean, just putting women in your video games now is not very progressive. You've got to put chicks with giant cocks in there, or you're fucking gay, dude. You're a conservative. If you put a game in there where you're like, oh, look, we have all women. And you're like, oh, cisgender women? And they're like, yeah. Oh, you fucking Nazis. For the first time in the history of the franchise, MLB The Show 24 will have a story mode dedicated to lesbians. I'm sorry, it says female athletes. With the hit video game announcing the groundbreaking edition on Tuesday. I'll take the lowest played amount of game time mode in the game, Alex. Thank you. The new feature titled Road to the Show, Women Pave the Way. Yeah, because we all remember all the women that have paved the way in baseball, right? Like all those women who got in and stared down 92-mile-per-hour fastballs and, drilled them to the left center field gap. You remember all those female pitchers who, were throwing those, fucking waste-to-dirt sliders past the number 3 hitter in the order? Remember all those chicks that were striking out Big Papi like 15 years ago? Yeah, who can forget? What the fuck does it... Like, why are we just creating shit now? It used to be like, oh, we found a story about a woman who fought in a war a while back, so we're going to make a game about her and put her story in it. And it's like, okay, that's, I see what you're doing. That's fine. But, like, baseball, you're just making this shit up out of whole cloth. Now you're not even basing it on something that's real. You're just like, yeah, remember when women paved the way in baseball? It's like, yeah, literally all 0 times that's ever fucking happened. Never once in the history of humanity. Like, yeah, we put it in the video game. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. That's a waste of time. Do you know how much money you've wasted by putting this feature in the game just so you could jack yourselves off? Women are not going to play a baseball game. They're not. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what the Road to the Show mode is for this fucking bag of shit. Stupid game. That's not what she looks like. She would look like a linebacker with a mouth guard in, like pitching at a softball game.
When it comes to
yeah, women with their large frames and their really fast twitch reflexes, they'd be great as a shortstop. The infield position that has to cover the most ground. They'd be really good at, with their shorter arms and their, yeah, they'd fucking kill at that job. And their cannons for arms so they can fire it across a giant fucking baseball diamond from deep in the hole.
big dreams, no two are alike.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, women do that all the time. Women just fucking pick up the ball, 6-4-3 double play, suck my dick, man.
Some want to swing for the fences.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing women do is at 5'4", 120 pounds. They just fucking turn on 98-mile-per-hour fastballs. From a guy named Giancarlo. Just fucking trill him over the left field wall. Like, are women ever going to get tired of this shit and just look at it and go, guys, you don't need to blow this much smoke up our ass. This is fucking uncomfortable. This is so bad. This is like having a game about day trading and having some like really super hood guy from Chicago in there going, oh yeah, the hedge funds say that where I should be trading is. It's like, no, that character doesn't exist. Stop it. He's going to be in GTA 6. It's going to be fine. He's got a place. This woman has a place.
Some want to put on a show.
Oh, yeah, I remember when women jumped like that and just fucking caught baseballs all the time. Then landed on their tits and knocked the wind out of themselves. Fucking injuries for popped him. You know what? I'll give MLB Road to the Show 24 this. If they do a thing where like a woman injures herself because she popped tit implants diving for a ball, I'll give it to them. Yeah.
Some want to perform when it's all on the line.
Yeah, that's what women do with their smaller bone structure and lesser muscle mass is they just blow fastballs right by Hall of Famers. Yeah. Fuck you, Mark McGuire. Suck my tits.
And some want to change the game.
And it's got the entire...
Yeah, suck my asshole, Bryce Harper. Watch this girl throw a ball right past you. I know fucking Justin Verlander can't even strike you out, but we found this 22-year-old girl waiting tables, and she's going to rock your shit.
Your sports world taking notice.
Whatever your big...
Tim Wakefield threw a faster fastball than the best pitching girl in the world can.
Dreams.
And that's at his current state now. He's dead.
They're yours to unlock in Road to the Show.
If you had a girl in MLB The Show 24 And she had a batting average of like 375. That could be possible if what she does is swings as hard as she can and keeps hitting dribblers down the third baseline, and the catcher, pitcher, and third baseman all think it's going foul, but it just stays inside the line. She gets a single out of it. Then I'd believe it. Then she has a batting average of 357, an on-base percentage of 357, and a slugging percentage of 357. Then I'd believe it.
Unlock your dreams.
Her dream is to have babies and make a home. Quit filling her head full of nonsense like she can play baseball. Quit telling girls they can play baseball. They're going to try, and it's going to be really fucking humiliating. And the rest of us are going to have to slow down the game until they leave. That's the worst part. It's like we can't throw an 80-mile-per-hour screaming fastball in a varsity game against them. They'll get scared. Quit telling these broads they can play sports with men. You're going to get them hurt. What the fuck is wrong with you? I want to see what the audience says. Women's softball is good watching, says James. I mean, sure. Hobo calling her Sandra Koufax. Rads of Chaz says, great ass, though. It's a video game, dude. Calm down. Calm down. Optic Nerve says, don't women play softball, though? Yeah, keep them on the fucking softball field. They don't belong in baseball. They'll die. A woman would not get out of the way of a 96-mile-per-hour fastball at their head. Some woman would get hit in the fucking lower abdomen with a slider. And we'd find out after the game she was pregnant and she had a fucking miscarriage. CK Benzona says, women all throw like David Eckstein. Thank you. That brings me back to Crazy Eddie. That's what I love about AI is that it automatically shrinks the field so it's only 180 feet to hit a home run. That's always nice. Shaniqua Jeter. Randy Johnson with an I. Mike Piazza could have played on the women's team, says Michael B. Scarface says Aaron Judge with an E. Jody Mauer. Bo Waxon. That's an old one. Tony Lopez says female pitchers. Yeah, no, that's right, boomers. You get in there and you tell those broads they're not allowed to play. That is the nice thing about boomers is they would get in there and they would be sexist when you needed them to be. You know, they would tell women where they didn't belong, and there was no debating it. Chris says, I was going to say wait for the nude mod, but then you'll still have to wait for the shaved body hair mod. Bartolo Perfume, says Hobo. I like that one. Donna Mattingly. Randy No Johnson. Nice one, Mo Green. Justin Gerlander. Grinch Girl says, I'll say it as a woman. Let us keep house and raise babies and stop trying to make us men. Leave us alone. Right. And how many lesbians play video games, really? Helgi says, I guarantee we are 6 months away from a trans pitcher throwing an underhanded 90-mile-per-hour fastball to some poor woman's cheekbone and breaking it. You're probably right. Mo Green, Vita Blue, BLEW. Kim Griffey Jr., Josefina Garcia Parra. Is MLB going to have tampon dispensers in the locker room now? Instead of Dusty Baker, Dusty Vagina. You're not even trying. Manny the Fanny Ramirez. BJ Total Babe Ruth. This is fun. Harmony Killebrew. Dame Maddox. Man. Tony Oliva with an I. Andrea Dawson. I like that one. There's more of them. Holy shit. Taiwanda Cobb. Michael B., as soon as she gets hit, she would say, oh my cunt. Rover, Sherry Bonds. Cy Sprung, Optic Nerve, Flo DiMaggio. Holin Ryan. The Pittsburgh Pirates. Rolanda Clemens. Kirby Fuckett. Flo Jackson. Devita Ortiz. 383 Novocaine says, isn't that cheating? They have 2 mitts. Roy Canoe. Jefferina Kent. Darla Strawberry. Paul Reiser. Wait a minute. All right, let me mute both mics this time. I got to blow my nose. Lucky nose. And then we've got what? We got about 50 minutes left tonight? You fucking guys. Uh-oh. I better not be getting April's thing. My congestion is not in my nose anymore. It's like back here. That's not good. Am I backsliding? This is bad. I'm nervous now. I'm all nervous. You can't catch a sinus infection. Matthew Q says, I hope you do a Doritos new spokesperson tomorrow morning, please. $3. Thank you, Matthew Q. Oh, yeah, that's right. Didn't Doritos hire like some trans person? And like they found out that trans person tweeted shit about like how it's okay to like molest kids and shit. It's really weird. It got really fucked up. This is Steel Toe at its best, says Helgi. Thank you. Tony Lopez says, right, I am a sexist and proud. My wife loves it. Raz of Chaz says, in your throat, huh? Thanks, Ricada. I know Nick's he's still not the healthiest he's ever been. I know he's still a little sick. I don't know if he's doing a show tonight. If he is, go on Rumble and subscribe to Ricada Law. Look at me plugging my friend's shit. Does he ever plug Steel Toe? That would be nice. Little Steel Toe plug from Ricada Law. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? I'm going to convince him that me plugging his shit and him plugging mine is like a fair trade. I'm going to be like, well, you know, I do promote you on my channel with 10,500 subscribers and another 3,000 on Rumble. You know, not bragging. That's almost 15,000 people, you know. What is he even at on Rumble? Is he at 100? 100,000, not 100 people. What's he at? Because I think ROTC is at like 50,000, aren't they? Where's ROTC's? 46.6 thousand. All right, where's Ricada Law? 159,000. Holy shit. Yeah, throw me a fucking, you know, how you doing? Oh, boy. Nick doesn't plug Steel Toe, says Patrick. Oh, look at this. I think I'm dying now, too. Oh, shit. That actually worked. I didn't think that would actually work. That got disgusting. Make sure you clip that if you don't like our show. If you're not a big fan of me, you make sure you clip that because that you're going to really like that. Charles Barkley is threatening to punch black people. All right, let's check this out. Charles Barkley and I have something in common. Yeah, tonight's show is fucking weird. We have 45 minutes left. We'll get there. Is producer Robert in here? Where's producer Roberto? I want to get the Kiki link tonight. Do you think he'd give it to me? I want Frank the Crusader to show up. That would be nice. Oh, somebody sent me a chat. Chad Zumach destroying Aaron tonight on his show. I thought Chad put away the 50 cal, but the sniper's back. Is Chad watching our awesome fucking show? Dude, we're crushing tonight. We're having a great show. Tonight's show has been very funny. I hope Chad's been enjoying it. That would be nice. But that guy tweeted that, and he only has one like, and it's me. So it might not be the case. Holy shit. Joe Biden loses the Democratic caucus in American Samoa to Jason Palmer. Ooh. Joe Biden also won the Minnesota Democratic primary with 72% of the vote. Uncommitted got 16%. Yikes. That's too bad. That's a rough one. All right, I got to write to producer Robert here. See if we can get on as a guest on old Kiki's show tonight. Where is he? Where is this? How long has it been since I messaged this guy? There he is. Any possibility of an untoward Tuesday appearance? We can do a little simulcast, right? That'd be kind of fun. Let's watch Charles Barkley threaten black people. This will be great. I'll enjoy this. Hey, what the fuck?
It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts.
Black people love mugshots, folks. The one thing black people like is mugshots. I've said this many times. Black people, if you have a mugshot, black people will wear it. They collect them. They love them.
When you heard that, what did you think? Big sigh.
First of all, I'm just going to say this. If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Charles.
Why? Is that not okay? Like, you don't want them celebrating him going to jail, or you don't want black people wearing mugshots, or you don't want black people supporting Trump? I'm wondering why the punch in the face is coming. I like that Charles Barkley is threatening violence on people. I think that's great. I just need to know why he's doing it.
Charles.
No, Gail.
You really can't say that because, A, you don't mean that.
I mean that sincerely. I'm going to just tell you something.
And then you will be arrested for assault. And then what?
I'm going to bail myself out and go.
And then he's going to be on mugshots and black people will wear his shirts. See, this is a marketing scheme by Charles. He gets arrested, he gets a mugshot, black people wear his shit again. People aren't buying Charles Barkley Suns and 76ers and Rockets jerseys, but they'll buy one with his fucking mugshot on there. Black people love mugshots. Look at how many they get. I'm sorry. You know what? This is all just getting away from me. This is getting disgusting tonight. This is what happens when I try to go for 3 hours on an evening show.
Celebrate. If I
don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Okay, but go ahead.
Seriously.
Continue.
First of all, if I was at that
conference,
I'd have got up and walked out. That was an insult to all black people. Because he's basically just saying,
wait a minute, I'd never called anybody a nick. I just said the blacks love mugshots, and they love my mugshot, and black people in prisons go together like peanut butter and jelly.
And first of all, to compare black history where we've been discriminated against to his plight.
Yes.
Well, first of all, he's a billionaire. And they're
slaves weren't billionaires? What about like adjusted for inflation? They had to be close, right? I mean, all that work they did and overtime. Are you fucking kidding? Sorry. Tonight's been weird. You know what? I'm not myself. I apologize.
Prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong. They prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong. And for him to compare.
Well, I mean, some of the slaves like broke eggs in the barn and they tried to run away and they didn't listen when the master told them to do something. I mean, guys, this show is not okay. It should be taken down. It's disgusting.
In the court system, Charles, we have to wait. It's still in the court system, but continue.
Well,
continue.
Some of the stuff is true. They did storm the Capitol. They did say that the election was stolen. Those aren't lies, Gail. Those are
They
facts.
did say that. They
did say that. But to compare.
Trump didn't storm the Capitol, though. Like, Trump supporters stormed the Capitol, but he didn't do that. He can't go to prison for that. And what else? He said the election was rigged. I'm tired of this in America. We're losing the concept of freedom. You're allowed to say the election was rigged. I don't know where this miseducation went, where you're not allowed to say you're absolutely allowed to say that. Someone can prove to you it wasn't. Someone can prove to you it was. But you're allowed to say, I think that, like people yell the Super Bowl's rigged all the time. You're allowed to say that. You're allowed to say, I think the election was bullshit and Biden stole it. You're allowed to say that. And you should be allowed to say it on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. You should be able to say that anywhere. If your opinion is that it's all a big steaming pile of shit and it was rigged and stolen, you should be allowed to say that.
I would have got up and walked out because it's not a fair comparison. You know, he's a billionaire. He's had a great life. He's been president of the United States. To insult black people who have been discriminated against all these years, to put them in the same category, I was just offended.
Were you, though? That kind of makes me sad to hear Charles Barkley say the words, "I was offended." You know? Like, to hear Charles Barkley go, "I was offended," it's like, you're not supposed to be an offended guy. You're supposed to be an I don't give a shit guy. Everyone can say whatever they want. But then again, now he's got a primetime show on CNN. You don't want to fuck up that paycheck. I get it. It's like, you know, Johnny and I were talking about, the chick who got fired from The Mandalorian. What was her name? Gina Carano. Like, Gina Carano bitched about how she was this victim. You know, like, I tried to express myself and Disney fired me for it. You knew going in that Disney money was blood money. It's not like you signed up for The Mandalorian in 2016, 2017, and then Disney became shitty and evil after that time. You knew when you took the giant Disney Marvel check with so many zeros on it that it was the best opportunity of your career, so you signed on the bottom line. When you sign on the bottom line, you sign away part of your soul to Disney. And you have to play the game. That's why they give you so much fucking money. You didn't play the game. You said some shit about Nazis. They don't like that shit. And they fired you. And then she acted like she was some kind of a martyr. You took the fucking evil corporation's money. You took the evil Disney blood money. And then you ran afoul of the big bad evil devil. And then they fucking canned you. You're like the, you're like Lydia Deet's dad in, not Beetlejuice. I'm using him as an example. He played the guy who got killed by muggers, Devil's Advocate. You're Charles Dietz in the Devil's Advocate. Like, he ran afoul of the institution and he threatened to rat on the institution, and then he cried and screamed when they sicked demons on him to kill him. Don't take the fucking demon guy's money. Don't take the devil guy's cash and then bite the hand that feeds you. Like, if Gina Carano wanted to call liberals Nazis and all that shit, she shouldn't have taken fucking Disney blood money. You're not going to be allowed to do that. I hate when people do shit and then they get surprised, like they sell out, and then they also want to have their street cred. You can't do both. Like, at least Charles is going, look, I got CNN primetime money. I have to be offended about shit now. Now I have to be offended. Like, that's fine. But, like, to go out and, like, take Disney's paycheck and then betray them like Gina Carano did and then bitch about it, it's so fucking hacky. But then Republicans are fucking retarded, so they just jump behind anyone who goes, the libs don't like me. And they're like, isn't Gina Carano hot? It's like, yeah, back in 07, 08. Now she's kind of a chunker. Ben Shapiro's like, I'm going to put her in my movies. I hate when people try to buy cool and then they still try to be independent. No, you can be one or the other. Rover says she didn't get fired. They just didn't renew her contract. I thought they let her go. I thought they let her go. I could be wrong. I'm not very confident. Adam Jones says you can say it was rigged, but once it's been proven over and over again in the courts, leaning into it, you're responsible for the actions of still perpetuating that lie. No, absolutely not. That is not how freedom of speech works. You are allowed to say, I believe this election was rigged. And if you're going, they proved it in the courts. Who? The government? Who's the prosecution? The government. Well, if you believe the government rigged the election, and you're allowed to think that, then why wouldn't the government cover up for the rigging in the courts? Again, I'm not saying I agree with these people, even though I kind of do. But that's their logic, and they're allowed to have it. You don't get to go, once I show you a government document enough, you have to shut the fuck up with that opinion, or you're responsible for any violence that happens. That's fucking bullshit, man. That's that's anti-freedom. Hobo Chili says, okay, Aaron, so if they offer you an entire truck full of cake, you wouldn't do Disney's bidding? Yes, wait, no, not for cake. I thought you meant money. God damn it, Hobo, you got me, you motherfucker. And I know he's laughing his fucking dick off right now. No, but it's... If Disney offered me a shitload of money to do a Marvel show and I never had to work again after that contract, fuck yeah, I'd take it. And then I'd have to be on my best behavior. And I'd have to do what Disney wanted. It's called selling out. Citizen M says, I hate when people use liberal when they mean leftist. Easy, Ben Shapiro. We're not getting in the weeds here. The courts refused to hear the case. Nothing has been proven in courts. Yeah, see, I didn't think anything had been proven in courts either. I thought that guy was kind of full of shit. A little bit. But the government said their election wasn't rigged. Who are you going to believe? That's just it. Is people are like, oh, in the courts, the prosecution showed all their evidence. Like, who's the prosecution? State of Alabama. It's like, yeah, you fucking, do you get it? Or Georgia, or wherever it is. Yes. Of course, the government who swears they didn't rig the election is showing you all the evidence they've gathered that they didn't rig the election. Oh, well, don't worry, guys. They've policed themselves. We're cool. We're good. Bobby Baloney says, imagine blindly trusting any institution at this point. It was proven in the courts. Oh, but my courts. Oh, Christ. We have a shitload of stuff we can talk about tonight. But I think producer Robert, did he send me a link or? Hold on. I had to send her a super chat because she ignores the chat and text. He says, I'll ask, but I'm sure it won't be a problem. All right. I'll go on Kiki's show tonight. For sure. For sure. Oh, he is watching the hilarious show we are doing tonight. That's awesome. Thanks for the publicity. Nice to know you all still mark out to me. There we go. I like fucking with these guys. It's just fun. I like it. It's fun. It makes me happy. They're so easy to rile up. Oh, boy. We investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing, says Bobby Baloney. Yeah, Adam Jones says they laughed Giuliani out of court. Now, no offense. I wouldn't follow Rudy Giuliani into the front door of my own home. So I'm not going to say, like, he should be the spokesman for, government corrupt shit. Like, he wasn't corrupt when he was going after the mob. Fucking Rudy Poo. And by the way, why did we ever get rid of the mob? I'm pretty sure the only reason the government got rid of the mob is because they were tired of the competition, because they just do the same shit. Right down to whacking people. I mean, you would think that nobody in this world would get along better than the mafia and the government. But unfortunately, they're fighting over the same dollar. How about this? There was a radio interview or like some kind of documentary show going on talking about men who have porn addiction and like what it leads to. This is some real shit. Like, porn addiction is not to be trifled with. You start watching too much of that shit, it can fuck up your head. Like, if you're married or you have a girlfriend, fuck as much as you can. I'm not going to say if you're single, fuck as much as you can. I don't want you getting diseases and knocking up strangers and shit. But, like, get laid, please, at least. Don't be one of these guys who's like, oh, I have porn, so I'm fine. No, you're not. You watch that shit, it'll fuck you up. Like, it'll desensitize you, and like you won't even see your sex partner as a woman. You'll just see her as like this stuffed animal or this thing that you just do stuff to. And guys get all fucked up when they get too much porn in their system. This woman says, my husband became desensitized to violent acts after his porn addiction got into their bedroom. In the most recent episode, one anonymous woman who simply went by Joanna said that she had become so upset by her husband's porn addiction that she encouraged him to sleep with someone else instead of watching the explicit material. Why not fuck the lovely woman you got sitting next to you. You know? Why not throw her a jump? Although I'm sure at this point, she's probably like worried that he's going to be violent, like overly violent, not even the fun kind of violent. The woman, she said, first became aware that her addicted husband was watching porn alone after she typed a kiss into his phone while replying to a message. The X button on his phone reportedly pulled up a porn site, and a subsequent search found that he had been watching pornography several times a week without his wife knowing about it. Wait, what? The woman said she first became aware that her addicted husband was watching porn after she typed a kiss into his phone while replying into a message. So she's not innocent. So she grabbed his phone. She went through his phone. She does what every dishonest fucking broad does. And then when they find something, they think it's justified. Yeah, would it be justified if I went through your phone on a fishing expedition and I found something? Shit don't hold up in court. I hate that. Oh, no, I picked up his phone just to do something to it. Don't fucking touch his phone. Don't touch your wife or girlfriend's phone either. Like, respect your significant other's privacy. Unless you guys have a thing where, you know, you've got an understanding that you can touch each other's phones and go through each other's phones. I mean, fine, then go ahead. Like, who am I to tell you what to do? But at the same time, like doing this thing where you go, like, oh, no, I was just going into his phone to type a kissy face emoji. The fuck you were. You were using it as a pretense to go into his phone and look for shit. If you're just going in there to put a kissy face in, you'd put a kissy face in and you'd never know that he was watching porn. But you dug around, didn't you, bitch? Didn't you? When she confronted him about it, he tried to justify the behavior by saying that everybody does it and that it was just fantasy and the women aren't real. See, like, but that's where it starts, where you start to think of the women as not real. Those women are real. In fact, most of them you've watched have probably K'd themselves by now. But, like, you start to see that as women in general. Like, porn does fuck up your head. They've done enough work on this to know that you get too much porn in your system and you're fucked up. You couldn't take the porn out of the sex life we had. Joanna went on to say you couldn't take the porn out of the sex life we had, adding that it was so inextricably linked because porn has been a part of all his adult life, longer and more than sex had. Wow, that's a fucked up thing to think about, right? I'll say this, and this may sound gay or whatever, but I just don't watch the shit. Like, I'm remarkably more than satisfied as far as the sex I'm getting. I just don't. And I like it better that I don't watch it. And, like, I mean, the world sees what I have at home. Jesus Christ. It's not a necessity for me. It's not. I'm not trying to be the guy who's like, porn is bad, porn is bad. I mean, porn is probably not good for you if you do too much of it, like anything else. I mean, maybe once in a great while, but if you can avoid it, avoid this shit, you know? And just fuck. Keep it, keep it real life, as it were. Matt Joe says, I mean, if you're married and you're watching that, it is a bit disrespectful. It does feel like if you're watching that you've got, like, the fire might be gone. Because if you're feeling that way, you should maybe, like, approach each other, perhaps. Scarface with a great point. He says, dude, have you not heard of incognito mode? Right? Probably doesn't think his wife's going to, like, grab the phone, though, and go through it. In fairness to him. Several times a week is not a lot, says Ghislaine Ayers. I mean, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's a decent amount. Mo Green says, if you just watch girl stuff, you are safe. Is that the rule? Okay. If that's the rule, then that's the rule. See, I didn't know what the rule was. Paul R. Nelson says, you're satisfied, she's not. I'm sorry to disappoint you, buddy, but everybody's really digging what's going on over here. All 6 of us, my man. Atomic Ray says, guys, what Aaron is saying is if you can get a boner, you can have a wife. Yeah. You know what? I think I am saying that. I think I am saying that if you can have a boner, you can have a wife. Perfect. Some guys can have a boner and they can still have a wife, but they have millions of dollars. So there's that part. All right, guys, thank you very much for knocking out tonight's goal. Fantastic. You knocked it out early, too. Thank you to our new VIP. Johnny's coming in tomorrow, so if you want to throw something towards tomorrow morning, that would be great. We're going to give all the extra to Johnny tomorrow for filling in for April since she's not feeling well. You guys want to talk to Keanu a little bit? Let's talk to her. We've got about 20 minutes left in tonight's show. Let's spend it talking to the lovely and talented C. Thompson. Here we go. That'll do.
The person I thought.
Oh, Michaeline.
Wait, Mickey gets it and I don't. I don't get
I thought
That's very good.
Oh, we got him.
The person I thought was one night stand.
That's a
There we
compliment to the gal.
Oh, one nights. Oh my God.
Can I hide
God,
myself?
I'm stupid. Very good. Very good. So you don't work at a Goodwill. It was just a very untoward, fun joke.
We're gonna stop in. We're gonna stop in and hang out for a little bit during our overtime here, guys. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, you really did that? And then they fired you?
No, I didn't.
Hold on. Where'd my?
No, did they
shit,
fire
I was
you?
close to that, but no, I didn't get fired. But I thought you might like that one.
I
Just
love
in this,
it.
Just in this woke day and age, if you really
So
did
did
that.
you say that about the one night stand?
If you haven't seen this yet, this is my Geno Bisconti groomsman invite or wedding party invite. I shouldn't say groomsman. That's very presumptuous. This is my wedding party invite from Geno.
A one night stand. Yes, that's wonderful. Oh, Martinelli, you made the untoward board. That was a great. That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'll call you with more.
Yes, please do.
Yay.
Thank you for calling in.
That was cute.
I loved him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wonder if his
Michaeline.
name is Martin Ellie or if it's Martinelli.
I don't know, but let's put his name on the untoward board.
Okay.
Then we have a
Yes,
special guest.
I think Keanu's doing like
We have a
3
special
episodes
guest,
a week now. She's fucking getting to steel toe numbers.
The one,
at this
the
point.
only. He had no idea he was even Visconti's groomsman.
Yeah, I have no. Oh, groom. It is
Maybe he
officially
will read it to
groomsman.
us live on the air.
It is officially groomsman. I didn't know that.
Martinelli,
I
you
didn't know it was
have
a groomsman.
made the untoward board. Congratulations. Congratulations, Martinelli. All right, everyone, without further ado. Wait, actually, Michaeline,
What?
let's
Oh,
read.
wait,
So we'll
no,
have to
wait,
go back
oh.
and look up the history on
Hold
this
on,
with the
can't-
push-up. So
Cal-
Calhoun Snowflake. Oh, you read it,
Calhoun
Michaeline.
Snowflake, which she's talking about the
John C. Calhoun statue.
Right. Moment wanted censorship because criticizing him over slavery was injurious to the feelings of himself and those with whom he was connected. I think that's probably a.
Oh, he was telling me that he might have been a gay man. That
Oh,
is what he
my
was telling me. That's why
goodness.
it says snowflake, because he was like, it's hard for me to remember.
See, I have
but,
a secret for you guys. This is resting my voice right now so it can recover. We can watch Keanu's show while I wait to be brought up. And we can talk about the wedding. Yay! When I'm invited to a man's wedding, I get very gay for the wedding.
Quite sure.
It was what we
I'm a
had
good
talked about.
groomsman.
Push-ups and I
Yeah.
talked about it at the bar. We were
You did.
just discussing it, but I just
Yeah.
couldn't quite remember. So we'll have to do a deep dive into that.
Yeah, but is
Thank you, Push-Ups.
I'm not sure if Push-Ups is saying snowflake moment in a mean way.
No, it's not mean.
Or
It's
a
just-
nice
yeah.
way.
No, it's
It's
because
lost
it's
in translation. That's all I'm saying.
It's because that's what we had, or maybe more.
We're going to get on in just a little bit, I promise. I can't see the chat right now. I know you're probably all shitting on me really badly. You're all probably talking about what a waste of space I am at the moment. It's been a great nearly 3-hour show. And I'm just a little, my voice is going a little bit, so I figure if I team up with Keanu, it might be okay.
We'll look through it.
I can get through it.
Snowflake is someone who can't take criticism. Okay, yes, there you go. All right. So couldn't take criticism. No, not gay at all. So yes, all right. Thank you, push-ups. Thank you for that clarification on a woke moment. It was a woke moment. Okay. Everything's a moment with Kiki, right? A sneeze moment, a
Wait.
woke moment.
Am I on?
And now we
am I on
have
here?
an Aaron Imholt moment. Steel Toe Morning Show's Aaron Imholt, everyone. Welcome, Aaron. Hi there.
Hi, Keanu. Hi, Michaeline. I'm afraid I have some terrible news.
Oh my God, what is it?
I seem to have lost my postcard invite. I was.
Oh my God,
I was.
you just had it yesterday.
I'm sorry. I was taking some sore throat medicine. I think I elbow bumped it into the garbage, and then it was garbage day, and now it's
Well,
gone.
honestly, you still are a groomsman, and that's where that postcard belongs.
You know,
because
it's-
it was very confusing what he wrote.
I was just saying this to my audience just now because I'm doing a 3-hour thing today because April and I have been sick, so I'm making up time. But I was just telling my audience, I was reading the postcard and I went, until Keanu said the word groomsman, I didn't even really know if that was the role. I just saw wedding party and I went, well, it's mighty presumptuous for me to say that meant groomsman. So
For our listeners, read exactly what he wrote, because I sent April this lovely little thing.
Yeah.
It had like little hair ties and the bracelet. It says, "Will you be my bridesmaid?" Right? Yes.
A nice note.
And a note.
And a
right.
carrying case. And I think she's wearing the bracelet. So.
Yes. But then I said, Geno, you have to send Aaron something asking him to be your groomsman. He's like, okay, I'll figure it out. So he sends a postcard with his face on it. He'll show you, and then he'll read it to you. And I don't blame him for being confused.
First of all, he sends me a 15-year-old like headshot. I mean, that is not. This is like before Aaron Berg, Geno Bisconti.
Oh my God.
And so I get the postcard. And then on the back, this is after we've opened, Keanu's lovely, carrying case and bracelet and jewelry and all that stuff, saying, won't you? I can't say I do without you, and blah, blah, blah. It's very nice.
Right. It's very clear. I need you as my bridesmaid. Right?
Geno sends a postcard like he went to Niagara Falls, and he says, April, please see enclosed. Aaron, as long as April is in the wedding.
Oh, fuck.
Thanks, buddy. Meaning, if you weren't married to this woman, I mean, piss on this whole postcard thing.
You can tag along too.
As long as April is in the wedding, hang by me in my party too and complete our usual foursome, please. Love, Geno.
Well,
that's not an invitation to be a groomsman. That's not an invitation to be an usher. That's not an invitation to be a goddamn ring bearer. That's just hang by me. That's like being an attendant. Like that's just hang by me so you don't look like a total loser while your wife is a bridesmaid.
April stand up with somebody else.
Right.
Or like April's not only invited, but she's in the wedding. And maybe you can come too if you hang by me.
Right.
That's what it seems like. I told him unequivocally, you have to write a nice note to him. I'm sending this nice thing to April. It's going to go in the same box. He just didn't get it. He's like, so why don't you hang by me too?
Yeah. But he didn't even have to send me a nice thing. He could have put a text in there. All I was asking for was clarity, because honestly, until you said bridesmaid, until you said groomsman a second ago, I didn't even know that that's what the role was, and I've talked to Geno since then.
No, groomsman in the wedding.
I never know
what the
names are either.
Groomsman. Bridesmaid, groomsman. I knew this would happen. I knew it. And then Erica tells us maybe the valet.
Right. I don't know. Maybe I would have been like his Virgil to his $1 Million Man. I don't know. I would have been shirtless in a vest.
Driver.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what my role is. Caddy.
Just drop April off.
Yeah.
And then afterward at a bar, you can hang by Geno.
As long as April is in the wedding, meaning as long as we got the person we were looking for, why don't you throw on a T-shirt and some jeans and come stand by me before the ceremony?
Yeah, we'll slip you a piece of cake and a
Yeah.
shot if you're as long as you're there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, literally until you said groomsman, I was just saying to my audience while I was waiting, I was like, oh, Jesus, I just kind of assumed groomsman. I'd never actually heard groomsman uttered from Geno yet until Keanu just said that.
no, groomsmen. Yes,
Oh,
we mean groomsmen.
I'm
yeah,
the
I told
groomsman.
April on the phone, I'm like, yes, Geno wants him in the wedding, but also that's vague as well. But that's what we kind of say, Michaeline, isn't it? Like, we haven't really been saying bridesmaid, groomsmen. It's just you're in the wedding party.
Yeah,
but
I mean, because there's going to be no like, these people are going to stand on this side. These people are going to stand on this side.
Right.
Keanu's maid of honor is her best friend Elliot. You know.
right. So it'll be all there's 7 of on each side, all just walking down at once. It's nothing huge, like we have any huge responsibility, but of course we love you in April so much. Of course we want you to stand up for our wedding.
No,
But
we
you
want
just
you to-
couldn't
No,
write
no,
it down.
no.
We want
You
to
no.
drive
You
the-
you want
we want you to
April.
drive the limo.
You want April to stand by you for your wedding. Geno wants me to hang by him.
Oh, my abs hurt. I'm gonna find. He wants me to hang by him.
Hang by
Do
him.
you think he asked Max Loads, "Hey, buddy, would you hang by me?"
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, just hang loose with me, pal.
It is very vague. You don't want to assume anything.
Right.
I know.
You know,
I
it's
literally,
always-
when April was calling Keanu, I said, while you're calling her, could you please ask if this means I'm in his wedding party?
It's always very awkward. It's just all really obscure and awkward, you know.
Oh, but
I know.
It just that Geno couldn't have put it worse. And I told him, I said, you need to write him a note. I'm sending this to
Would
April.
like
You
for you
want
to be stand up with me. Stand up for my wedding. Stand
right.
up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Since April's already in the wedding, why don't you hang
Oh my
by
God,
me
he
too?
could have eliminated that.
That's the worst part is that my existence in his party is now explicitly tied to my wife being clearly chosen chosen first. April
Don't
was
even think that.
No. April was clearly chosen first because he says as long as April is in the wedding, meaning if Keanu and April, God forbid, have some kind of terrible misunderstanding or falling out, I'm apparently out.
You're out, man.
Yeah. As long as April is in the wedding.
You
So-
were yeah.
So I'm just gonna tell you a really quick story.
Yes, please.
I wanted one of my brothers walked me down the aisle. He was also standing up for the wedding, and I wanted my other brother to stand up to the wedding with his wife, who was my sister-in-law. And my brother, who I asked, didn't want to stand up to the wedding because he said, Anthony, because he said, "Oh, you already have you already have Tommy as my representative." But his wife, my sister-in-law, I think still wanted to stand up to the wedding. But
Like,
I'm
are you
just like,
fucking kidding me? I
was
want
like, sorry. Anthony's not gonna stand up. Tom doesn't have enough people. Sorry.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
you're out, bitch.
Yeah, I didn't know a wedding party was
kinda
like
like that.
yeah, I didn't know a wedding party was like the Hunger Games where you could volunteer as
It's kinda
tribute.
weird.
You know?
It is awkward and weird, but we were like, we both said we want Aaron and April to stand up. They are two of our, like, you know, we've become the best of friends. Apparently, we're swinging.
Yes.
That's the rumor about town. I said that's why I said, Michaeline, the wedding is pineapple themed. It's not, but they everybody on the internet thinks that we're swinging with each other.
Yes.
We have the best time with them. I said we have to ask them both to stand up for our wedding. Geno was like all in. But when I said, I'm sending her this, you must be clear. I don't care if you write a note. I don't care what you do. But it was extremely unclear and awkward.
So
Right.
So from here on out, Keanu, you have to take charge of the entire thing.
Yeah, no, fuck. We couldn't even find stamps, for Christ's sake. I asked him to do one thing. I don't know how the post office works because I'm a millennial. I asked him to do one thing, snail mail. Just mail these out. He finally did. And then when he mailed out that, he said, I'll write something at the post office. He said, I'll just write it on this headshot of mine.
Yeah. You know what? By the way, we were talking about the swinging accusations on our program this evening.
Yeah.
And because the wedding came up and all that stuff. And I was pointing out, like, everyone throws it at me as though it's this insult. And I'm like, so wait a minute. These two gorgeous women have to be put through the ringer from not just their partner, but the other fucking 5.5 that the other person is with, and somehow I'm being insulted. You understand that Keanu and April are the victims in this cruel joke that you're telling the internet, and neither Geno and I are feeling insulted by this.
They're not insulted. You couldn't be insulted at all. And then the other thing is that we're like, Keanu and April must just be like sneaking off together. And then the other thing that offends me also, Aaron, is that I've heard too a lot. It's more than once. It's like, well, April and Geno, they're probably fucking, but Keanu and Aaron, they're just standing there awkwardly.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't fuck. What? Fine.
Or me, I don't either. I'm like, what the hell?
Nope.
This is so rude.
Keanu and I, we just don't. Asexual as all hell. We just, you two just go sneak off. The two of us won't spite fuck each other at all. It'll be fine.
I know. It's like they have chemistry, and then it's Dylan Mulvaney
And you two are just
Aaron
best
standing
friends.
there. Like, I found that incredibly untoward. I'm like, God.
Yeah. Yeah, like those two go up. First of all, he's 55 years old. If anyone's got the gas tank for this, it's me. And he's the one who's sneaking off.
How old are you?
30. Oh, shit, I'm 37 now.
Are you? Oh my god!
Yeah, I just turned 37.
So young.
Thank you.
Holy shit!
I
You're so
appreciate
young.
that.
It's a great thing.
It's it's
Enjoy it.
I know
Enjoy
the boyish skin gives off a 34 vibe, and I'll enjoy that as long as I can.
Gosh.
Well, I love I love this. Obviously, we're not swingers. The wedding is not pineapple themed, people. Okay, but I love the lore that we're all swingers because we golfed together once and we get along and have fun.
Yeah.
So
I think that's your boy Patrick who started that up, and you have to understand, when you look like he does, any woman who's ever played golf with him, he's wanted to have sex with. So he can. That's kind of where I think that comes from.
He's certainly not getting out on the golf course for sure. He's certainly not. He definitely has a caddy if he does.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to those haunches and everything.
Yeah, that's a one-person cart for sure.
It's rude. Where is April tonight?
April she doesn't sound worse than I do. But April, we had to take her to the doctor today and get her some antibiotics. So we both just had influenza for like 2 weeks. We have been sniffling and garbage on the air for 2 weeks. We powered through it. But
your voice is sounding a little bit better, but still a bit groggy. Yeah.
Well, it starts out the day fine, and then it's not bouncing back very well. But April now, secondary, got a sinus infection on top of it.
Chrissy has one too, and I can't stop sneezing.
And they're both
either.
pregnant.
I'm not pregnant. God damn it. No. But now she's got double conjunctivitis and a sinus infection. So, oh God. It's not been easy for her, but yeah, it's going around. I don't know. Everybody's sick. Except for Bisconti, because he has the immune system because of all of the vitamin D and all of that
Something
stuff,
with jumping rope and the rivers of inequity and slime and the immunity and shit. I don't know.
An immune system.
Yeah, a Camus wrote about it, and you can read it in a bookshelf full of books that he's never read but tells people he did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, you guys ever read Upton Sinclair? Shut the fuck up.
I'm like, you're not reading that.
You're not
Please
reading
get out of here. Get out.
Yes.
Get out and stay out. No, it was Dubra Tuesday. It was the year anniversary, Aaron, of them drinking Dubra. So
I was texting him.
And that will knock out whatever ails you, basically.
I was texting Geno today, and because I was asking, because April obviously went to get her meds and stuff. And I told him, I go, you want to do the evening show on an off chance tonight? And he's like, oh, I believe his text was, oh my God, buddy, I just saw that it was a Dubra Tuesday. Or no, I just saw that. It was he's not using punctuation, so you'll have to forgive me.
No.
Oh my God, buddy, I just saw this. It was a Dubra Tuesday. I'm hammered. Not to mention Keanu is doing Underwear Tuesday, so she has the gear tonight. God damn it, I'm sorry it took so long for me to get back to you. And then he wrote, untoward, haha, not underwear, to which I responded, that's okay. I was going to skip my show if Kiki was doing Underwear Tuesday.
Yeah, no shit. Why not?
Yeah.
I watched him voice a text and I said, you said underwear. Like, we were at Sullivan's across the street.
Of course.
And I said, dude, like, I mean, he was just unbelievable. Like, they even had thoughts of going to the stand and saying hi to Ray DeVito. I said, I will not marry.
Could you let it go?
I refuse to marry a Real Housewife of YouTube. I'm not going to do it. Don't do it. Do not go there to antagonize a crumb like this. Dubra, it was all Dubra's fault.
Yeah.
But he's
I told him Saturday when I called into his show, I go, you know you lose if you talk about Ray DeVito.
Right. Even more than Ray DeVito loses every day he wakes up in the
Right.
morning.
You still lose because you've been sucked into the vortex.
Right. Do not go and bother that sad little crumb at the fucking stand because you're drunk on Dubra.
Right. And then Geno's like breaking down the way Ray talks. And I'm like, you understand, you're putting way more thought into Ray's thoughts than Ray puts into Ray's thoughts.
Right. Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm a little boy. He's like, I don't even know who I am. And then he's a sinister, stupid idiot of a character. But yes. So
now I'm just wondering, you know, of the people who got the hang by me postcards,
every groomsman is receiving now a hang by me.
Yeah, I want to make sure. I want to actually make sure that every groomsman brings their invite because I want to compare notes and see how everyone else was asked.
Like, did this make sense to you?
Right.
Because I don't know.
Are you only here on a technicality because of your wife, or is it just me?
Your wife in the
your wife is because if she is, did you get a hang by me postcard? Did you?
Hang by me like a cat picture, just hanging out.
I'm actually going to stand right next to him during the ceremony, and I'm just going to, buddy, I'm just doing what you told me to do. I'm going to hang right.
Hanging by you.
I'm just going to hang right by you.
I told him, I said, I'm sending this. You have to write something. He's at the I'll write something at the post office. And look what you got. Exactly.
I will cherish it forever. I will cherish it forever.
Frame it, and please bring it to the wedding.
You know what?
Hilarious.
It'll be part of your gift. I will frame this and give it back to you.
Why don't you just put that in the box? Be like, here you go.
There you go.
Here's some pain and confusion. For your marriage, just like you just gave to me this anguish of like, does he actually want me in the wedding, or is it just because
I got the postcard. I had to have April call Keanu. I didn't have her call her. She was going to call you anyway. She was very excited, but I was like, make sure that you ask her what the fuck this means.
She said, Aaron's confused. I said, oh, you don't say. Right. What did he write? Fucking yes. I was like, we want him in the wedding party. And I guess that's even vague. But yes, groomsmen.
Well, because when you have like traditionally with weddings, when you have the, you know, the grand table or whatever, you know, you got groomsmen. The ushers are always sitting on like a side table next. So I didn't know if I was small side table or if I was main table. I wasn't sure.
Imagine April's one of my bridesmaids and we make you an usher.
How about April's a bridesmaid? I sit down at the main table and Geno's like, ooh, this is awkward.
Yeah, we make you pass out like pamphlets.
Yeah,
or
Aaron, you're on door duty, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, could you seat my grandma? Thanks. Like you're just
Geno gives me like a house clicker. He's like, you're here to count guests. You just.
It's like Miranda in Sex and the City.
It is. Yes, you're on the guest book.
Yeah.
Hi, would you like to sign the guest book?
Right. No, it was a very clearly worded, heartfelt, well thought out invitation. It was nice.
I wish I could blame it on Dubra.
It was at the post office. What do you expect?
April got 3 different pieces of paper and a piece of jewelry explicitly laying out what her role was. I got, hang with me while your wife does our wedding.
And if you don't mind, could you make sure people sign the guest book
Yeah, right.
when they walk in?
Make sure everyone's accounted for if you could. And if you're not too busy
Send them to their proper table.
if you're not too busy at the end of the night, if you could drive some people, that would be really nice too.
Exactly. That
Back
was
to their
really
Charleston hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you escort these people back to their hotel? That would be really nice of you, Aaron. Thank you so much.
Aaron, can I take that from you? Everyone else is open bar. Your cash bar. Could you? Thank you. That's
It's wedding party. So we're gonna need you to,
Aaron, it explicitly says in the invite, hang by me. It didn't say in with me. You can have I mean
It's
I
a
guess
new wedding lingo.
Aaron, tap beer and rail is open to you. That's what we can.
Yes. It's just the rail and then the tap beer. So it's not the top
That's
shelf,
all.
but
Aaron, have you had Dubra?
Yes, we could offer you some Dubra while you're outside checking people in.
Do you think you could walk the guest dogs? We allowed pets at this wedding. And we decided. Since your wife is a bridesmaid.
Yes. We'll do that for you.
That's my favorite part of this now that I'm reading it 50 times because of you, is that it starts with Aaron ... which is awkward. As long as April is in the wedding.
That is the whole kicker of it.
It's unbelievable.
It is.
It's unbelievable.
It is unequivocally.
Just those few words made you go, fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, because it negates the rest of it since April is in the wedding.
Right. Not because, Aaron, I like you very much. I think you'll be a great addition to the wedding party and you'll make my memorable day very fun. It's, listen, since your wife is beautiful and fun to look at, I have to throw you a bone. Would you like to hang by me? It's literally now that I've really looked at it and analyzed it in its totality, I can say without a doubt it's the worst and rudest invitation I've ever received to anything in my life.
Aaron, I am with you there. It truly is the rudest way.
Yeah.
And confusing and like
it's
I'm
got his picture on the front of it.
Yeah, it is just him 30 years younger in a tie.
Right. He's got his
Great.
goddamn high school graduation photo.
It's like, what on earth? Since April's in the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, God. ...
Oh, I forgot the last part. And if Anthony comes by and changes his mind and says yes, I'm going to have to back you down to Usher. That's a dick move. I just saw the PS now. It was in small print.
Yes. But
if the boss changes his mind, I'm going to have to ask you to run some errands for me.
Yes, right.
Aaron running errands.
Aaron running errands.
I hate that for you.
Thank you. That was, yes. I couldn't put it together, but you did.
Aaron running errands. Yes, you're the errand boy of the. You're the errand boy.
He's
of
an
the wedding.
errand boy.
Errand.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go check on my sick wife, and I'm going to put together a halfway decent show for tomorrow, which I may be doing by myself again. And
plug the your show for the people.
Oh, of course. The Steel Toe Morning Show, 6 to 10 a.m. every Monday through Friday. And once in a while, Geno Bisconti comes and hangs by me on Friday mornings, which is very fun. 6 to 10 a.m. Central Time, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, all of those places. Thank you. Thank you, Keanu, very much for allowing me to come and air my grievances.
That was absolutely hysterical. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm
We're glad
sorry.
to talk to you.
Visconti's too drunk on Dubra to even comment, but it's better that he didn't because we really got to the nitty gritty of how terrible that.
Yeah, we didn't have to listen to his bullshit spin. We just got to get right down to it. All right. Well,
take care, Aaron.
thank you guys very much. All right, we're out of there. That was fun, right? That was a good time. What do you? I didn't see what any of you guys were talking about. I didn't see any of it. God damn, did we go 3 hours? Motherfucker. Samuel with $5 says, thank you for the fun night yesterday, Michaeline. You are the best I've ever had. Hey, wait a minute. Nobody talks to Mickey like that. How dare you? All right, guys, I'm out of here. We're gonna talk to you again tomorrow morning. Johnny's gonna be here. It's gonna be a great show, and then hopefully tomorrow night, April is A-okay. We'll see. Thank you, guys. Take it easy. Talk to you again very soon.